Okay, so let me know if you guys can hear me now. Yeah, there was a lot just trying to set this stream up. Um, so I believe I got the audio on. Let me just check that really fast, you guys. Okay, so perfect. Let me know
Okay,
if you guys can hear me now. Yeah, there was a lot just trying to set this stream up. So I believe I got the audio on. And then let me just fast, you guys. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Just trying to set this stream up. Okay, cool. So, to restart, I guess you could say. So we have Lord Thoth, we have Djehuty in the building, as well we have Goddess Isis, Astarte, Ishtar, Inanna, however you might view her. And today we will be talking about past lives, reincarnation, and as well the Akashic Records. So, before we get into it, let's just take a moment to go within ourselves and just to feel our bodies, to be present with ourselves. For all magic takes place within the temple of who you are, and as well, your inner being. So, hey, what's up, you guys? As well, my name is O'Shea. You can call me Atanu, and this is Occult Cat TV. So, when it comes to past lives, in a sense, actually, let's just go into Egypt. Let's go into magic and ancient Egypt. Is that a lot of us, if we're wishing to understand what the Egyptians left behind, what they left us, a lot of us are actually those same reincarnated Egyptians. We are the ones that went through the Egyptian mystery schools, and we have incarnated time after time after time, forgetting ourselves, getting lost in the cycles of reincarnation, not knowing who we are, not knowing who we were. But that's the thing. We have now, everything has led up to this moment. Everything has led up to the now in order for us to understand ourselves. That, well, why we reincarnated. And as well, why is it so many people can't understand Egypt with what the Egyptians left behind? The reason why they can't understand this is because you need both sides of you need both pieces of the puzzle. You need the physical aspects that were left behind, which that's what you could say the scientists, what they see, just the physical. They know that the Sphinx is there. They know that the pyramids are there. Egypt, Giza. But yet, there's those of you that are chosen, that whether it be through your bloodline, whether it be through your dedication, whether it just be through who you are as a soul and a being, this is where you are being called. You're being called to come back into yourself, to come back into the ways of old and to understand the Egyptian mystery schools, the Egyptian mystery system. Because that's what all of this is. That is reincarnation. The fact that we, as magicians, we remember Egypt. We remember different lives and different lifetimes in which we've lived. We might just have fragments, bits and pieces of it. But that's exactly what it is. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle to understand ourselves, to understand the source, what people call God. All of this is a puzzle. But the more that you step into the unknown, the more that you go within yourself, you're going to start to realize what all of this is showing you. That, yes, reincarnation exists, and most likely you've been reincarnated. You are a reincarnated an Egyptian priest, maybe a priestess. There's a reason why all of this information, why all of this is bringing you back to your roots. For some of you, you had past lives in Sumeria. You had past lives in Egypt. You had past lives in Greece or Rome, Italy, Venice. Now the thing is that as you've lived, you've taken on these different aspects of each lifetime. And as you've reincarnated over and over and over again, you lost yourself. You forgot who you were. And you don't know why you're here. You don't know why all of this is happening. Those of you that have walked this path of magic, that even though, yes, your magic might not, someone might look at you physically and they're like, what have you accomplished? Right? Now the thing is, I look at you guys and I see masters. I see masters because I know that you guys are masters. You're masters of your craft to the point that you mastered yourself in a past life in order to reincarnate into this one. This is why you're gifted. This is why you're so beautiful. This is why you're so intelligent, smart, cunning. Because you know that you know that it's a game. You know that you've played it once and you're gonna play it again. So, in the same way that as we've been talking about a lot of physical concepts lately, we've been talking about money, we've been talking about love, we've been talking about really creating a foundation in this lifetime. We've created a solid foundation to the point that why do we create the stability for ourselves? Why do we build business? Why do we make money? Why do we do the work, and why do we love ourselves? Creating the solid foundation in this life, this is actually what breeds the soil. This is what creates such, you could say, prosperous, fertile land in order for us to go within ourselves and to embrace these roots. Because when we are getting into past lives, and you guys, myself, I can definitely attest for this, having shed so many layers of illusions lately, that especially the past, I want to say that for myself, I got my first past life regression going to a specialist. That they just happened to, as well, they just happened to be in my town, and actually they were very close to where I used to work. And this was about 8 years ago. I actually got a past life regression for myself. And it's in this regression that I was brought back to a lifetime with thoth. And it was so visceral for me. Now, I remember at this time that I was working a 9-to-5. Truly, I was working a normal job. I was working at, I think, Walmart or Vaughn's at this point. I think probably Walmart. And as I was working this job, something that I cared so deeply about was self-exploration, self-mastery, shamanism. I believe at this point I made like 300 a week or something like what the fuck, right? And I think a past life session was like $300 for an hour or something like that. And I sacrificed this money so that I could go to this person for this service. And a lot of people will be like, oh, that's so much, or this or that. But now the thing is, when I went to this person, they have developed this skill and this ability to be able to put me into this trance, to go into this past life. And as I did this, I can remember it viscerally, very viscerally, going to his office and as well being immersed into this past life. His name was, I won't say his name, but he was he had a very close connection to as well the Vedic or Hindu pantheon with Shiva and Ganesh. And I just so happened to heavily be working with Shiva and Ganesh, and then as well Horus and Thoth at this point. So the way in which we did it, because to go in, which this is what I want to show you guys, to go into a past life isn't that hard. You just have to have a solid foundation and you have to know who you are. Because if you don't feel comfortable in life, especially grounded in this one, there's almost no point in going into your past lives yet. And that's actually wisdom that I want to give you guys. Because I remember literally I was giving everything to just mastering the path. I wanted to know past lives. I wanted to do so much, right? I was doing the advanced Kundalini meditations. And I had a solid foundation, but at the same time, physically, my external life, I wasn't focused on like money. I wasn't focused on building a business. I didn't feel comfortable, but I kept expanding. And that's the thing. The wisdom I want to give to you is that build a solid foundation in this lifetime before you go back into your past lives. And as you build a solid foundation, you'll actually just notice it's natural. It'll naturally just start to come up. Because that's what it is to go through as well. The underworld, the Qliphoth, the hell realms. I give people an overall perspective of the universe. I'm someone that's very celestial, right? I work with angels and deities such as Apollo, Thoth, right? Horus. And as well, I also work with demons and devils. I work with Satan, Shaitan, Iblis, Azazel, as well Hecate, the spider goddess, these witch gods, right? And we can even look at maybe the demons are more demonized because of that aspect of the underworld that it hits our ego when we meet a powerful being. And you can look at our external life, right? Because of that. In our external life, when someone sees a powerful being, or look at social media, every time someone rises, everybody demonizes them. Like even like Andrew Tate, he was rising and then everyone's like, oh, this dude's a misogynist, this dude's this dude's that. It's like, yeah, anytime someone actually has power and says, I know who I am, others will try to demonize them. Just like Satan, Set knows who he is. To the point that he'll tell you truths that maybe you don't want to listen to. You don't want to know. Because you'd rather be in your illusions than embrace your truths. Yes, to someone that wants to live in illusions, live in this matrix, of course, truth will be demonized. Truth will always be demonized. Even what I'm speaking now, these truths. Not everyone will believe this, but that's why I speak, because I speak for those who have the ears to hear, for those that have the ears to listen. So it's in the same way that as we're going through the underworld, as we're going through the Qliphoth and the hell realms, we're naturally being dissolved of the illusions and we're being brought into our truths. So we're being unveiled. We're going through our own internal apocalypse within ourself in order to show us the immense truth in which we hold within. Such as a truth is, past lives exist. Most likely even during this live stream, those of you that are receptive, you'll start to feel past lives come up. They'll just start to be pulled out of you almost. And that's how we experience past life. The past life is pulled up into our holographic matrix of our mind, and then it's from our mind to we'll start to experience. For me, when I just talk about Egypt, I start to viscerally see Egypt. I get brought back to, wow, I was walking down the Nile. I can remember walking down the Nile and seeing all of these things. And that's because for myself, I've developed my imagination. I've developed my magic. So it's almost, as we start to have focus, we are able to start to control our minds. And as we cultivate this focus and this awareness through meditation, this is actually where we're able to pull back from the screen, just like a computer, and we realize that, oh, it's not just one process of the ego. I'm not just my ego. That actually, I invite you guys, let us all imagine as if we are going to the movies, right? And this is actually a good guided exercise, a guided visualization that you can use to go into your past lives, that you can use to create a new reality for yourself, or even just, sometimes I create movies in my mind just for fun, right? Right? Imagining scenes, and that's what the imagination truly is for. It's this intermediary, it's this tool in between the source, or rather, it is the source. As Neville Goddard would say, imagination is God. So by us interacting and using our imagination, we are God. In those moments, we are creating our reality. And I even recommend that you guys, when you pray, when you're trying to manifest or call up these past lives, these conjurations, when you go into ritual and you wish to invoke an ancient god such as Thoth or Astarte, Isis, that pray, or rather act as if it has already manifested. And as you feel this vibration, this knowing, that's what you're doing. You're turning your knowing it will happen, that if I wish to go into meditation and to experience a past life, that as long as I know and I have the intention going into the meditation, that I will experience some form of truth, because that's what I'm searching for at the end of the day. And that's when we start to become more powerful, because we're no longer thriving on that of the external, but to validate what we wish to experience. But instead we are transmuting this knowing into our power, and then this power is directing and guiding our awareness where we wish to go. So let us all go on a field trip. Let us all go on a field trip, you guys. So imagine as if we are walking to the movies. The movie, like truly, we're going into the imagination right now. We're pulling back from the app of the ego, and we're seeing the broader screen of all the different apps that we can go into, of all the different functions. There's the Akashic Records, there's different past lives, there's a manifestation chamber, there's a healing chamber. That whatever you wish or choose at the end of the day, based off your focus and where you place it, that's where you're gonna go. Okay, so we are all buying the ticket for this movie. Your ticket is purchased with energy, focus, awareness. That as I'm talking about this, how vivid can you imagine where we're going? So you buy the ticket. If you want to get snacks, go get snacks, you guys, like concessions. Now, we're walking to the movie. The movie is that of your past life. As you are walking up to this movie theater, we're going to say theater number 9. Theater number 9. You're going now into the movies. We are all sitting down. Choose where you wish to sit. There's Thoth there. There's Astarte. There's your spirit guides all watching this movie with you guys. Now, as the screen starts to play, what is the awareness that you're brought into? What is playing on the screen of your mind? What are you starting to see? Now, as you start to see this movie, you might actually notice that it's just you. It's you in this lifetime. Because this is a past life. You already have a future life that is incarnated, that is already living out the game and playing the game simultaneously as you are in the now and you have incarnated. And then simultaneously, your past life, it is playing the game, it is incarnated, it is aware, and so are you. That we have these three different screens. We have our future life that's already playing the game. We can even call that our daemon. We can call that our higher self. The aspect of us that is a futuristic aspect that, yes, if you talked to your future self, your future lives, right? You would call it a god. You would call it a deity because it knows so much more than you. So interact with that future life. Interact with that daemon. It's with you in this movie theater. It's watching the movie with you, and it's laughing because you've already finished. It's already finished the game, so it's seen the movie. And as you interact with that being, ask it questions. Because that's you. That's a futuristic aspect or conjuration of something that already exists. Because just as you are simultaneously with this life, living this life, your past life is simultaneously being lived out in the same way. And you could even say there's actually moments in this lifetime that when I look back, it's as if I knew I was the one helping myself. Some people call it God. And God did this, right? But then it's you. It's all you at the end of the day. You are orchestrating the signs and the synchronicities as they're played out. And now it can get tricky, right? Because there's so much interdimensionality because time doesn't exist. But it's in the same way that the confines or construct of time is still relevant. Now, it's not as relevant to the interdimensional awareness of reality. And even now, as I'm talking about these concepts, I have to pull from so many different places that I'm making sure to focus on the conjuration, on what I'm saying, and also what needs to be said. So it's in the same way that if I learned from interacting with my past, that even when you interact with your child self, you're able to comfort them. You're able to give them guidance and awareness that they might not have had. And even doing this for myself, I'm brought back to when I was a kid, and I can see that there's certain awareness that I have now that I was giving to my past self. So as you do these imaginations, you're interacting with them, where even in a past life, I realized that I was the deity that was giving this past life all of its information to start to create the things that it created. So this is what interdimensional awareness fully is, as well as cellular memory. Because I've incarnated and I've lived out that incarnation, I'm still that same being from that past life into this one. so that as I tap into that cellular memory, I can then alter that cellular memory as I go back into that past life. So I remember exactly being brought. Okay, so for myself, when I went through this past life regression with a professional, I was brought back to Egypt, and I remember specifically this one scene where I myself I didn't know what I was doing yet. I had a child and I had a wife. And when I look at my wife's eyes in that lifetime, I remembered something. And then my mind tried to place, oh, I know her. I saw her. That's my ex-girlfriend or something like that, right? Like I thought I was conjuring, oh, I must have met them in this lifetime already. So now to fast forward, I actually met this lover, and it was out of nowhere that I knew it was them because I looked in their eyes in this lifetime. And this was actually maybe like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. And then I was brought back, and it's as if all of this was being stripped away. And as I said that, the music or the binaural changed. All of this was being stripped away. That even though we met at a coffee shop, it was a feeling. Everyone else in the coffee shop seemed more like an NPC. Like they were just doing their thing, everyone's doing their own thing. But then it's like wow, I'm like literally feeling how visceral and real this is even in the moment. It's a feeling. You just look them in the eyes, and that's the thing about the soul. Your soul doesn't change. Your soul is eternal. You are eternal as a being. And as you have experienced this soul simulation over and over again, you've played this game. You've incarnated as the soul, taking on body after body after body. And maybe one time, maybe 3, maybe 10, maybe 1,000 lives. But there's these people that you will always continue to reincarnate with. And we can call that your soul tribe. And these are the people that, yes, you've married people in past lives where you will meet them in this life, and they might be what's known as a karmic twin flame or karmic lover, because you had that connection in the past, and then it's up to you what you want to do with it in this lifetime. So when I saw her, the first thing I wanted to do was, hey girl, I remember you, like this and that. But now she wasn't at the same level of awareness that I am, so she knew, she felt something. And we started to talk about these things, and as we started to talk, it got shifted into more of that past life. And I even had my tarot cards, out of all things, which we will be getting into a tarot reading in just a little bit. But out of all things, I had my tarot cards, and I was like, oh hey, can I give you a reading? The moment I started to give the reading, it opened up this whole portal, and so much started to come through, and I noticed she was like, whoa, she could feel it was true, but her ego was like, whoa, this dude's saying a lot, like, how do you know this is real, right? And that's the thing about the ego, is that's where we have to have discernment for the information that comes through. In the same way that I've noticed for myself, like, to help others understand this, it's through cutting through the layers of illusion. It's a feeling. It feels real. And it's only when you're under this like these illusions, the spell of your ego, that's when doubt starts to creep in. Doubt is like, oh, that's not real, or oh, this and that. That's the game. The ego is the holographic, like a ball and chain to the body. The ego doesn't know. And that's why if you're not controlling your mind or you're not programming yourself, there's always going to be someone else programming you. Why is the ego saying no to what I find truth to be? It doesn't know truth. The ego only knows illusions and lies until we start to reprogram the ego with our truth. So you have to get the ego to understand your truths. This is where why we detach from our ego, is so that we can go outside of it, so that we can be brought back into our self, our soul. And then as we start to understand our soul is actually then what reprograms the ego. And that's when our mind actually starts to then look for these signs, these synchronicities, these past life connections. And it's because the soul must rewrite or reprogram the ego. And this is why when we're going through the underworld, we can have such a process where we are being brought out of what feels like we are being brought out of ourselves, but we're actually being brought back into ourselves. And wow, you guys, actually I just felt this, like we shifted into some timeline. And I remember having a dream where I was actually talking about this deja vu. I'm having a deja vu right now, exactly. Of where I was already talking about this exact thing. So I'm just going to keep on going. But the ego, that as we start to experience, we then pull ourselves back a little bit. If you guys have ever seen a movie, like, or watching who's someone that does this? In some movies, it zooms in or it pulls out for a second. There's moments in my life where I noticed that I'd pull out of the moment. I'd pull out of the scene and I'd observe it. It'd be some aspect of myself, my own awareness. Observe, just observe. Don't react, just observe. And then as you observe it, it's that observation and not the reaction, because the ego always wants to react. And that's actually what is programming. That's what's programming our awareness, is when the ego reacts, we have no moment to say what is truth and what we feel. And this is where we must be receptive. So pull out and then go into our feeling, go into our body, and then know what is truth. And this is when we are excavating these past lives and the interaction between past lives and as well this one, and we're meeting people such as lovers from past lives, friends, soul collectives. It's about having this discernment and this knowing. And this is actually why it's so powerful to cultivate discernment, why it's so powerful to cultivate this awareness, this knowing. Because as you start to notice it, this is the simulation, or this is the matrix. You start to notice how the matrix functions. And then instead of being pulled everywhere, left and right, you start to be brought where you need to go, where you need to be. Even such as today. What made you guys click on this? Why are you guys here? And when you start to ask yourself these as well, why questions, like why is O'Shea even talking about past lives and thoth and things of this nature? That everything is a synchronicity. Everything aligns just as it's needed, and everybody is living out, playing their role and playing their own character. And that's exactly what this simulation, what this game is trying to show us, that it is that of a game, it is that of a play. And we are souls that have incarnated into this game to play this game. Now, in playing this game, we realize at some point that we've already played the game. So once you start to realize that, then you can go into these realizations, into these past selves, and you can excavate them. Not everything's going to be given to you all at once, but the more that you start to go into your past lives and you start to understand them and you start to read them and you start to filter through them, then you start to realize that everything is as a movie. And you're more just the awareness that has always been throughout time, perceiving the different bodies in which you've chosen to incarnate into. And when you start to see it from that level, from that awareness, that's because you've pulled out of the cycle of reincarnation, or the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, polarity. You are no longer bound to this cycle of reincarnation. You're pulling yourself out of reincarnation to realize, oh, I've lived this life and I've lived that life and I'm living this one. And you start to see the future ones. And as you start to see the future ones, they're brought into this one. So to go back into the exchange that I had with this person, you will always be aligned to meet these people. That as you've met them in your past lives, you made contracts, you could say. You made agreements that you would then meet again. You didn't know this in the beginning, and they might not know this. But from you at least seeing these connections, you're able to define them. You're able to give clarity and meaning to them. You might meet someone and it's not even until like 5 years later, it's like, man, why did I like them so much? Why are they so cool? Why do I just feel comfortable or at home with this person? And then it just clicks. Oh, we knew each other. Oh, we've already played the game. Oh, we've incarnated. And that's also the soul families. That's the collective. That's why I'm here. I'm here as just another being that I've incarnated. And I'm just here as a reflection, especially today, to remind you guys that you've incarnated, that you've lived past lives, most likely in Egypt, most likely in Sumeria, and you did these rituals. You did magic. You worked with thoth. You might have physically been with thoth. Actually, what I'm hearing for some is you learned physically with thoth. Some of you even taught or gave thoth knowledge. And you were in these temples back in Egypt. You were priests. Some of you were kings, or what's known as a pharaoh. Others as well were living these lives as just perceiving. You might have been someone that went to the temple of Set, or Seti. You might have went to the temple of Anubis. You might have went to the temple of Horus or Thoth. And now you're back in this lifetime where you developed that connection to all the deities. You developed that connection. That's why this connection in this lifetime is so strong, why it is so developed. And they're the ones that are guiding you. I'm here today as, yes, a guide, an initiator, an intermediary between realms, someone that can tell you how reality functions, the nature of the occult, the nature of magic. And that's even why, again, I'm here. Why I also have my services, and such as doing magic mentorships or consultations. It's not just this lifetime and learning business and money and love and things of that nature, which I've been teaching a lot lately. But now we're going back into the roots of this true Atlantean Egyptian mystery school initiation, We've covered the foundations, and as we work on this foundation, we're being brought back into ourself, into this remembering, into this knowing. And as well, again, that's why I have mentorships. I also do past life regressions, and I connect people to the Akashic Records. This is my true job at the end of the day. And if you guys do want a service in that way, you can either go on occultcattv.store, my website. Feel free to email me at occultcattv@gmail.com. Message me on Instagram if this is a service you're looking for to in a sense have a past life regression session, or to have a past life reading, or even just a mentorship. Okay, so also Akashic Records readings. This is my pride and joy. This is what I love to do, you guys. On top of that, also fate and destiny readings. So this is my main, like, we're in my realms right now, you know what I mean? And we're about to actually get into a fate and destiny past life reading. We've already went into the session. You guys actually got a past life regression session. And that's just a light aspect. I am also doing, we're also doing, in a sense, a sale on them. They are $369, $369 for the, just to, as it's actually a gateway. The payment is a gateway into that, to tap into that. And then as well, till the end of the year, the service will be $188. So if you did want to book a reading or that regression session, just emailing me would be the easiest if you did want the end of the year sale. So right here we have some cards in which I've already drawn. Now I will be drawing some new cards as well. I'm feeling called to just pick a card to just emanate the energies. Actually, wow, you guys, wow. Two cards came out. Okay, so this is the cards of your past life regression sessions, you guys. Oh, wow, wow. Okay, this is very serious. Wow, this is a very serious energy coming forward. Okay, so disappointment, you died not... Wow, you died, some of you died as martyrs. You died not knowing who you fully were, and you weren't allowed to live out your full potential. And this felt like disappointment. Wow, this felt like disappointment to your soul. Like you lived this lifetime, and you knew who you were, and as you were gaining this rise, you died. And it was sad. There's actually immense sorrow in this lifetime, and you felt disappointed because you died and you were looking back on your body, and you could see like, wow, I didn't get to live out all of this. Wow, I didn't get to experience this full life. Wow, I wasted it. And you felt disappointed. Now the thing about this card is, because of this life though, that's why this lifetime is so beautiful. You've been given so many rewards to show you that you did such a good job, that you felt disappointment because of what happened to you. But it was not your fault. And it seems you almost chose to allow yourself to die for a greater purpose, knowing that you would come back again. And that's why, as well, the ancestors are so proud of you, why they appreciate you so much. For those of you that this resonates with as well, that this is why your ancestors, which there's also a butterfly on the card, as well as a pentagram. There's a butterfly and a pentagram symbolism. So this is actually why you have the gift of magic in this lifetime. You earn this from your past lives. So I would recommend awakening these aspects of your past life, these abilities. I'm hearing singing, your tonation, your voice. For a lot of you, you are beautiful singers. That your voice and expressing yourself, your vision, your words need to be heard. You have a message. There's a message. There's something you need to say. There's something you need to get out. And oh, it's fulfilling this will. It's fulfilling the true will of your past life. That you came into this life to finish this game. That you are walking the path of your true will. Your purpose. You're in alignment with your fate and your destiny. You've always been. You were in your past life. That now this is why you've incarnated. To fulfill this will, this true will, this magnum opus. You've incarnated to fulfill your magnum opus. And you felt disappointed because you didn't finish it in your last lifetime. And if you would have finished it in your last lifetime, you would have been done. You would have been done. But that's why you didn't finish it. That's why the universe orchestrated this divine death to happen. Because it was destined. It was your fate to die in that past life, because that sparked so much initiation, that sparked so much change, that sparked so much growth for your soul. It actually forced your soul to grow immensely because of the pain, because of the suffering. Others also saw your death. They saw you martyred. And that's actually what made them so powerful. It was only after your death that the whole world changed. That your area, where you were, who you were motivating, who you were liberating, that you were a teacher. And your death symbolized to your students how real your message was. And I'm even getting the energies of Plato. I'm getting the energies of Socrates, that you were killed because for your truth. That the kingdom, the governments, just like I believe it's Socrates or Plato, had to die in the same way, because he was motivating the youth. He was liberating the youth to think for themselves. The kingdom, the false kingdom, the ego, does not want you to think for yourself. It doesn't want truth. So of course it would kill a being of divine truth. You could even say, I'm hearing the word apostle, I'm hearing the word prophet, that you died in disappointment. You felt disappointed, but you did exactly what was needed. You spread the message because you realized in this lifetime that it's more than you. It's the message. It was your message that mattered. We'll get into the message in a moment. What your message was, we'll pull some cards on that. So we have now the Tower. So the Tower moment, that was your death. Your death was the Tower moment of your soul, because it, as your higher self, as your daemon looking down on that incarnation, you had to reevaluate. It actually forced you to relook at the way you would ever reincarnate again, because you realized how demonic humanity is. You realized how, wow, I was myself. Wow, I was liberating people. I was just. But maybe this world is not just. And that was the Tower moment, because you thought you could be yourself and you weren't given that chance to. So let's us get into what was the chance? What was your magnum opus? What were you meant to fulfill? Is this the card? Yes. Yes. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, wait. 3, 4 or 5. 4 cards. And then pull from the top. Okay, 4 cards and then pull from the top. Okay, so this is how it was. So, oh wow, your will was to bring the universe, to bring the source to this world, to bring the source into this realm and into this game, into this matrix. That you are a universal leader, that you are a universal source, you are the source itself, and people saw you as that. And because of that, they came against you. They came against your people, is what I'm saying. And I'm even getting a heavy, like the whole witch trials, when they were burning witches in that same way. The witches were literally the reincarnated Egyptian priests, priestesses. Even some of you were reincarnated gods, actual gods, demigods, for some of you as well. And that's why you incarnated, was to fulfill your divine purpose and your mission, what you felt it was. What was this for you? It was love. It was love. Oh wow. It was to be united with your lover. And you weren't given that chance. Your incarnation was truly just to be yourself. It was just to be who you were. It was actually, it seems as if, oh wow, you guys, this is a whole story being played out through my channel that I still need to upload this lover's, that will be uploaded after I got the video finally. I uploaded it, I just need to title it and put the title. But there's this divine union, these cosmic lovers that I keep talking about on live streams or my tarot card readings. This is that same couple. That this couple, or even it seems more as a representation, that this couple, this divine cosmic union, this divine cosmic marriage that I've been talking about lately, this is that same couple. That I'm tuning into this like a story, that they were royalty. And as this royalty died, the masculine died before getting to see his counterpart. And that's why the lovers are in reverse. That's why he wasn't given a chance to see his love. And he was killed. And it seems as if she was captured. And it's because he died as the martyr. He never got to see his love. He never got to see his love played out. And he was playing his role, and I can even, as a leader, as a warrior, as a conqueror, he was doing what he needed. But in him fulfilling his divine and true will, before being able to fulfill it, he died. And now wow. They were meant to meet together, and it would have been this love. It would have been this love that would have changed the world, is what I'm hearing. That love between a couple, between an empress and an emperor. And as I'm saying that, you guys, it was just raining throughout the whole day. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that. It was raining throughout the whole day. And as I'm talking about this, the sun just came out. It's actually getting sunny. It's getting beautiful. It's getting vibrant. And it seems as if that's what this lifetime was. It was suffering. It was pain. It was this warrior, these warriors. Because it's not just the warrior. It's him and his tribe. It's him and his people. That they were fighting this great war that they felt was right, that they felt was just. And the moment that their leader was killed, they all lost hope. They questioned themselves because it was this leader that was guiding them. And I don't know if they lost the war or won the war, but this actually shows that same power this general, this warrior gave to his people, that if he would have found love, he would have amplified their love. That this one person, that this couple unifying and coming together, this would have also symbolized for the generals, for the men, you will find love. That why you are fighting this war is for your lover. That there's no point to war if why are you fighting this war? And this general cared so much about love, but did not know it. He didn't get to experience it. But that's why he was conquering so much, was to eventually, he knew he was even trying to conquer the world to find something. He felt something inside of him. It was this lover. It was this woman. He was looking for this love, trying to fill this void, thinking that conquering was the way. And if these lovers would have unified, that would have shown his whole nation, that would have shown all of these people that love exists, that they could find love, they could feel love. And it's in the same way that he inspired his men, that they would have done anything for him. And that's why he was conquering, was to bring love to this world. But yet he died before getting to finish that. And in the same way, that this is why he's incarnated again, is to find that lover, that this connection. I can even see like the game, the fact that he didn't meet this lover, that the game was like done. It was like all these other people almost, they're like, why did I incarnate? What is the point? And they were meant to unify, but because they didn't or weren't able to unify, well, why is it? What did come from that? Oh, yeah. Interference. So that's what it was, the death. I literally was so tranced out for a second. I had to like, interference. So the death is actually what literally interfered with this divine cosmic plan. I can even, in a similar way, I'm getting like an idea, like a Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. Nipsey was changing his community. He was motivating people. He was inspiring people. He was empowering them. Hustle and motivate. And then he gets shot and killed by some egotistical male, and he doesn't get to live out his life with his woman. Then Lauren London has to suffer that pain. Wow, my man, that was my man. She, as the queen, his queen, she had to keep going, right? I'm getting very similar energies that when a martyr dies, that's why sometimes these people die, is because they've been tested, they passed the test, they stuck with their vision, they stuck with their goal until death. That it's, how will your wife, how will your generals, how will your empire, how will they're being tested? It was after this, in the same way, how people choose to embrace your legacy. When you leave them something, that's their test. They're being tested. Look at Lauren London. She passed the test. As a queen, her king died and she said, no, I'll keep moving forward. The marathon continues. And not everyone will continue the marathon. A lot of people give up. But that's the thing about love. I don't even think Lauren London has like dated another person. She truly cared. That's in the same sense, modern day archetypes, that's a true queen. That is what a queen does. And in the same way, Tentacion, he was spreading his vision. He was enlightening people, liberating people, teaching them things. Yes, he had his own things. Like there's sure he was like on his own side, there's things he did that he definitely should be questioned for, right? But he was also a young soul that he was brought into the primal energies, not knowing who he was. So let's look at what he was doing though. Even his queen, his wife, the one that had his child, she said, I will tell my child of his father. Like the truths, like what he did, who he was. These were both martyrs. These are both energetic representations of this story that I'm conveying to you guys throughout this past life, throughout this time. And as someone is rising, there will always be this opposition, this interference that will try to knock them off the scales, that will try to tip their scales. But your heart must always be as balanced as a feather, no matter what you go through, whether it be the death of a loved one, or it be like the loss of a lover. You must always maintain your path. You must always know who you are and the path you're walking, the truth in which you emanate. So, and that's the next card, is the Hierophant. So it's in this way that after this interference brought this soul, and I'm like, so what I'm seeing now is that this soul, after it died, was brought to the source, and then it was the process after death is like an interrogation. You could say it's like, oh, what was your life? What did you live? What do you know? And then it's like the source is calculating you. It's like seeing all the things in which you lived, what you did, and that we could also call that the weighing of the heart, right? So it's in this way that this soul was being judged. Like, did he live a just life? And as this being is being judged and being evaluated, the Hierophant card says yes. That actually this is even why this being reincarnated as a Hierophant, as a knower, as a master, where he was a warrior, he conquered, now he is a lover. This being incarnated to spread immense love, immense awareness, immense wisdom. And it's in this lifetime that, now going into this lifetime, these love readings I keep bringing up, I'm feeling the same union that this being, and this is as a diviner, as a medium, as a tarot card reader, I'm not just doing readings, right? I feel called when I post readings, I feel called by the source. I feel called, like, why talk about this? What is the point, right? But when the source actually brings something to your attention, like, no, this needs to be said. This needs to be transgressed. This needs to be spoken about, gotten out. That's when I really, wow, this is real. This is very real. I myself, you guys, I've been doing tarot for 8 years. I've been doing tarot since I was about like 18 or so, like 17, 18. And like, because I love tarot. Like, I love tarot in the sense that it's my soul. That's actually why I don't do it frivolously. I do it when I feel called, and I study and embrace mastery of the cards. And whenever you are called to do the tarot, there's always a reason. There's something, it's your subconscious, like, I need to tell you something. I need to tell you something. So it's in the same way for this reading. These lovers are being brought together in this lifetime. We just got a evaluation. We just got a whole story on their lives and what they've lived, and why this love is so powerful, you guys. Because these are lovers that deserve to be together. That there's people that say they love each other, and they pay, like, there's egotistical love that gets to be together, and oh, like, I love you, and then it's like, it's just a guy paying her rent, and then she gives him pussy, right? And it's like all these egotistical love. But what I feel from this is like, no, this is a true, authentic, divine, like, you deserve, like, wow, you died to be together with this lover. I respect you. I commend you. And the source was showing you that you are the Hierophant now. This life you don't have to fight. This life you're not at war. That, yes, people might come against you, but that's only because you are speaking your truths. And your truths are a shield. Your truths are your protection. For may no weapon that is forged against you or these lovers prosper. May no weapon that is forged against you, no weapon forged against me shall prosper. Know this. And it's from your knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you are magical, knowing that you are loving. This is why you are the Hierophant. This is why you were chosen to be a master. This is why you were chosen to be a teacher. In this lifetime, you are teaching the one thing that humans don't understand whatsoever: love. Because love creates worlds. And if everybody could love themselves, then they would truly understand that there's no need for war. But because there is no unification, there still is the ego field. That is why lovers also need to embrace warfare. This past life, as you as a warrior, is needed in this lifetime to be calculated, to be discerning, to be knowing, so that you can protect yourself and protect this love, and to provide for each other, for this empire that you as lovers are building. Love creates worlds. You are now bringing this love into this world, and it's by embracing this love within yourself and feeling this love, these things that I've been talking about on my channel. The reason why I teach you guys to feel and to teach you guys about love and to go within, and also about finances, is because for myself, I've loved and I felt love, but at one point I didn't have finances to provide. So it doesn't matter if you have this love, if this love comes together, if you cannot protect it, if you can't provide for its support. This is why men, especially, why you need to become strong, discerning individuals, because your emotions, your feeling, your actions, all of this will determine whether you have love, whether you can provide. And that's, as men, what we need to build ourselves up to do. So from the Hierophant, this is the last card for this aspect. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, is this the card? 1 second. Yeah, this is literally the card. Out of all things, it's work. As men, you must work. So now it's about getting to work. It's now that you've understood this journey, you've understood this sorrow, you understood your past lives into this one. You're starting to understand all of these connections. Why all of these connections have been made, and now in this lifetime, it's time to do the work. It's time to connect people. It's time that your kingdom has even incarnated for you, and it is time to lead. And the way that you will lead is by doing the work, you show people, you give people hope. You show people, you show people themselves. You show people that there's that the source exists, that love exists, that magic exists. And as you continue to be yourself, as you continue to be this vibrant, this beautiful, this magical being in which you are, you will spark this remembrance. You will spark this knowing in who you are, and then as well others around you. And as you embrace this work, this is what will lead you to your magnum opus, to fulfilling your great work, is through the signs and the synchronicities in which you see now in this lifetime. What you see you need to do. You see what you need to do, and now it's about fulfilling it. It's about walking the steps and taking the actions, because you've been given this new life. You've been given this new body. You've been given another chance, is what I'm hearing. You've been given a new chance at life, and it's about taking this chance and embracing this life for what it is. So we have one more card that is on top. Death. It is through the death of this old self that if you didn't die, you wouldn't be here now. So you've experienced this realer than most, because you've already died to come back to this life, to remember, to realize that you have died, that death exists, that death is merely an illusion. It's an aspect of this game, yes, but once you master death through dying and understanding cellular memory, then death does not exist. That merely you have shed your skin like a snake and you stepped into a new body. There's no difference. You're merely continuing the game. This death has actually, through your death, you've been shown immense truth. And that's actually what brought you into this aeon. That's what brought you into this aeon of knowing. And this is why you are such a powerful being in this lifetime. This is why you know yourself. This is why you're needed to teach and express your mastery. You will have students. You will teach students of this journey, and as well what you've went through, because that's what you came here to do, is teach. And now you must teach the science in which you know, the science of the aeon, of this new aeon, the aeon of Horus, the aeon of Lucifer, the aeon of Thoth. The words do not matter. It is all a vibration. It is all a frequency. It is all a knowing. You are the sons of this new aeon, of this dawn. And as you step into the magic in which you possess, this is what will shed all of these lifetimes of illusions and bring you into your immense truth. And once you are brought into this truth, once you are, or maybe you already have, once you are brought into this knowing, it is then about embracing the work through being in alignment with the path. And as you know, and as you are in alignment, and as you take action, there is no disappointment for your soul no longer, because you will have realized that even at the end of this life, why you did all of this, why you incarnated, why you took the action, why you did the work. Your life was immense suffering up until this point, because you were being tested for the being that you are, for how divine you are. You are an incarnated deity. You are an incarnated God, in a sense, a God of love, a God of magic, passion. And the Egyptian pantheon is with you. The Egyptian pantheon is with you guys, showing you the new aeon. For as this being steps into truth, all other beings around this being will be illuminated. And the more that all of us are illuminated from this divine union, it's in the same way that just as this general from this past life, this king, this emperor, this ruler from a past life, he's came into this lifetime to now express and show people, to build a kingdom, an empire off of love, and to express this love into this world. And this is why the Egyptian pantheon is with him and with these beings, because as these lovers come together, they will build a divine empire of source that will bring all these other lovers together, all these other diviners together, all these priests, all these priestesses. What I'm hearing is the kingdom will be in alignment through the kingdom having found their king, their emperor. And now it's about using this magic to create your reality, embracing this magic for what it is, and listening to your guides, listening to the Egyptian pantheon, because everything is showing you. What I'm hearing is the word, the Ark of the Covenant. Everything is showing you the Ark of the Covenant. Everything is showing you what you're searching for, because it's being shown to you. It's being unveiled as you walk the path. In the beginning, you thought the Philosopher's Stone was outside of you, but you are the Philosopher's Stone, for the kingdom is within. The Philosopher's Stone is within, and as you align with this knowing, this frequency and vibration, this is what is bringing you to where you need to be, and allowing you to become who you're meant to be. So I'm gonna just let the cards guide me now. Well, I mean, they have been, but this or this. Happiness. You have not. So the thing is, you're looking to be happy because of what you've been through, but that's not the point. The goal, the focus is not happiness, but rather the feeling and where that feeling is guiding you. Prince of Cups. Right now you're being called to listen to your emotions, and it's that flow, embracing the flow. Whereas you are an intellectual being, it's now understanding your emotions. It's no longer about push, 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 conquer, conquer, but actually it's about being receptive and just letting things now come to you. And as you are receptive to what is needed, the strife, there is no strife. There will be nothing to interfere, because you were the only thing interfering with yourself. You thought all of these things were happening to destroy you. You actually even fell into that. But no, all of this was to build you up and to make you a better being, a brighter being. It was to create you. You felt defeated, but from that defeat, what did you create? Oppression. You were the only thing oppressing yourself. It was your ideology. It was your mindset. It was your beliefs. You didn't have the right mindset to flourish or to function. Now you have a divine reset. You have the ability to now solidify within yourself the mindset, the values, the skills that this past life, you almost not wasted it, but you wasted it. And not everyone wants to hear that, but it was, because you weren't in alignment. You weren't listening to your soul's calling. So it's almost like, why are you here? Why are you here if you're not listening? And from that, wow. So in this lifetime, it seems even a collective will, through reprogramming their mindset and actually dissolving their past life karma and understanding who they were, and as you shed the layers of illusions and you step into this truth, this is what will bring you into abundance. This is what will bring you into prosperity and wealth. You must look at yourself. You must look at who you are and what you've been through, whether it be in your past lives or be this lifetime. And then you must evaluate. You can't just delete who you were. You can't just, oh, I wasn't that person, and then continue and move forward. No, you must accept what you've been through, accept what you've done, and from that course correct. That in these lifetimes you were oppressed because you were oppressing yourself, but now it's time to be abundant. Now it's time to create who you're meant to be. It's to embrace who you're meant to be. And that's what will bring you into this abundance. That's what will bring you into this knowing and into this awareness. Prince of Wands, you have to embrace the fiery, passionate energy in which you are. You have to embrace the darkness. That's what it was. You weren't stepping into the darkness. You allowed yourself to be of the light, but yet you are in a world of immense darkness. You are in a world of illusions, acting as illusions, but knowing you are immense darkness. So you are immense truth. You are truth in the illusions of this world. You must step into the darkness. You must go into the shadow of who you are. And from that, you will step into the abundance. You will know yourself. You have to stop acting like you are the light. You have to stop masquerading as the light. You are a fiery, passionate warrior. You are a fiery, passionate king. You must know yourself and who you're meant to be, and from that, you must first guide yourself. You must learn to conquer and rule yourself, your mind. And from that, then you will be able to understand your life and where it is leading you. The adjustment. Now it is time to adjust. In this lifetime, you are a diviner. You are someone that is very gifted in the abilities of divination, psychic ability, mediumship, and you've came into this lifetime to teach this skill, to show others who they are. You already know yourself. If you don't, you are merely playing with yourself. You're playing games to have fun, which is wasting time. You shouldn't waste time. Know yourself, trust in what you're being shown, trust in what you're being told, you're being led somewhere. There's a reason all of this is happening in your life. Why is it happening? To show you who you are, to show you your strength. You're not stepping into your strength at the moment. Allow yourself, again, you have to know, you must know. You must take dominion over your reality. You must take dominion over your mind. Knowing that all is mind and the universe is mental is one thing, but using your mind to create the mental, or to through mastering your focus, you'll master your mind, and you'll start to be able to create and take dominion over your life through first taking dominion over your mind, dominion over yourself. Master thy temple is what I'm hearing. Knight of Swords is still a card that truly baffles me to this day. I want to understand fully what this means, not just the description. But from all of that, you're having forward direction and move, right? We don't all know everything, right? I know a lot of cards. This is one that baffles me. Through all of this, you're moving forward in the right direction. This is showing you. This is actually a card that's showing you you're going in the right direction. And from all of that, indolence. It's only because you weren't letting the flow of who you weren't. Oh, you weren't going to the source. And because you weren't going to the source, you were merely getting half-truths. Go to your source. Go to your higher self. Know your source. And allow all of this to be shown to you. Allow it to fill you. instead of pushing, be receptive to the abundance, be receptive to your power, be receptive to who you are, because as you push, you're pushing away yourself. But the more that you go within, and you'll be brought into knowing, and that's what will allow you to be one with yourself and to be ever flowing. It's just like this live stream. Even though things were fighting me to do this live stream, I knew it was truth. So I allowed myself to flow with, what was knocking me off course. And from me being full, from me instead allowing myself to flow, nothing fazed me. And I was able to get the job done. I was able to stream. And from all of that, you will gain. You will gain immensely. The reason why you have not gained is because you are not tapping into this flow of the source. You are the all. All is mind, and the universe is mental. You are the all. So in knowing that you are the all, you will gain. You are now the one that is creating your reality. I'm just going to do, just like any confirmation. What is the Anubis is now guiding you. You've been through the underworld. Now is time to actually reverse the process. And as you've went through the underworld to reach the source, to reach the Egyptian pantheon, to become the all, now you must go back down through hell and then go out of through the tree of life as well, go out of the abyss back into the Sephiroth. And then you must fully ground this whole journey where you are now building your empire as a king that in the underworld, as an underworld ruler of source, you are now building your kingdom, not an Eden, but now it is transmuting into an Edom. For you are now a dark ruler of this plane of existence and reality through embracing and mastering your shadow. Don't forget the journey. The reason why you were traumatized, the reason why you've went through all of this, wasn't to destroy you. It was so that you would remember the journey that you went through and why you went through that journey. It was all to show you something. What did it show you? What did you learn from it? What have you excavated from these truths that you've been shown? Power. Immense power. You've been brought into immense power from this whole journey. So I hope that it showed you what you needed to see. That is the message. Oh, wow. You're now riding the chariot into this new reality where you thought you were not the magician, by stepping into step into the magic. Become magic itself. No. From that you will be brought back into the star. You are the star. You are an incarnated star. You are a star. You have star-like quality. Look for my reading tomorrow. Do you have star-like quality? You don't need to change at the moment because you... Wow. And then it just goes back to the deck after that. But you are the emperor. And you've just not been stepping into the role as emperor. And that's why things were not aligning for you. Because if you think you're a peasant, but the universe, the source, is looking at you like you are a leader. You are an emperor. You are a ruler. Why are you looking so down on yourself? Why don't you have self-esteem? Why don't you have the qualities of a ruler, of an emperor? Because you weren't stepping into that. Now is your time to rule. Now is the time for you to know who you are and to embrace what you're meant to achieve. And then the card right on top after that was just wealth. All of this is bringing you into a wealthy kingdom. Congratulations. You've walked this journey very well. That was literally, that just felt, it felt done after that. Like literally, I kept feeling like I needed to pull cards, but it felt done after that. Wow, you guys, that was actually a lot of energy. That was a lot of emotions. This is actually what a past life reading and a regression feels like. I don't know if you guys, well, I mean, feel this as viscerally as I do, but I feel like I was seeing everything like a movie that I was like interacting with at the same time. It's like I felt like I was astral projecting over a battlefield, and I'm like watching the battle, and I'm watching all these like soldiers die, and then out of nowhere, sorry, one second, just like that mouse drop, and then out of nowhere I see the general or the leader die, and then everyone stops. Like everyone's like, what? No way. It was like boom. It was like everyone just like, it was like time froze. But yeah, a lot of energy. A lot was transferred. A lot of energy brought forward. So I want to close out this reading. I'm gonna continue. I also have a reading for the collective for you guys that were viewing this, and I'll also be answering questions and just looking at chat. So, but yeah, I'm gonna close out this reading. May these lovers now come together and build the empire that is most meant for them. This was a beautiful and lovely reading, and I'm really glad that I got to administer this, bring this forward. So those of you that are guided to this, that felt resonating, in resonance with this, let me know what you guys think in the comments or as well in the live. And yeah, that was powerful, you guys. Know that I also do these. If you felt called to this or to get a past life regression, again, I do these professionally for people, as well as past life readings. And on top of that, Magick mentorships, if you just want someone to guide you through these kind of experiences and you might just feel lost. So yeah, that's, wow, I need to like, let's clear our energy with that one. That was a lot. So I'm gonna do some breath work. I invite you guys to do some breath work with me if you wanted to participate. I'm just gonna do 3 rounds of dragon breaths. Those of you guys that, you know, if you guys are returning, if you guys know Occult Cat TV, this is just something that we do. So let's do about like 40 breaths. And we're really just going to cleanse our energy and just feel all this power flowing through us. So as we do this exercise, imagine gold energy flowing through you, through your blood, through your body, and strengthening and empowering you. And then also imagine if you so a violet flame, a golden flame, and then a black flame. And then you can even merge this and just call it source, right? Just merge it and call it source. And just imagine source flowing through you. And then imagine dragons all around you. And all of these dragons are actually aiding. Like the more dragons you can imagine, the more you can feel. They're aiding you in this healing process, in this breath work. So let us begin as we imagine this flame enveloping us and empowering us. So now, 3, 2, 1. Fully out. One last time, fully in, and then all the way out. Now we're going to hold it for a minute as this flame is dissolving all illusions, stepping us into truth. Now breathe as we do this breath. Now solidify the energy. Feel it condensing for about 15 to 30 seconds. Solidifying. Now release. Where do you feel, if you guys have like stagnant energy, where did you feel that energy? I feel it like right here. At times I feel like I can't speak my truth sometimes, right? And now even this live stream, to fully do this, to channel and allow myself to go forward through it, it took immense training, practice, you could say. But that's how divination is, that despite how you feel, you got to keep going with it, even if it gets intimate. Channeling is very intimate. Tarot card readings, things of this nature, because we're going into our self and our soul to find our truths. So we're going to do round 2. So as all that old energy is gone, let us now focus on our truths and who we are now. And we're going to do round 2. Same thing. Let us begin. So 3, 2, 1. Fully out. Fully in. Now out one last time. Ignite the flame. Let it burn as bright as it needs to. Fill this flame, filling you with that of the source. And then we're holding it for about a minute as you breathe out. Now we're solidifying and condensing this energy within ourselves. Allow this energy to dissolve the illusions as we embrace our pure and divine truths, our knowing. For we know that which we are meant to be and who we're meant to become. We now release all of these stagnant energies no longer serving us. For allow that to be removed. As you as well evaluate and look at what's being brought up, what as well is brought up and shown to you through your day. Let us now do this third session. This one will be the most powerful. It is now within this that I want you to, as we've solidified these energies, feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel yourself live within the end of this feeling. What does your wish look like to you? What is your life fully lived out in the most prosperous, beneficial, and amazing way? What does your purest, most authentic, what does your greatest reality look like? Envision. What's vision? Envision. See the vision of that which you desire. See the vision that this feeling gives you. Then envision it. Step into the vision. You are now in this new reality. You are in this new reality of knowing. Now, the vision is a scene. Maybe it's 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Maybe it's just an image. Animate it. And as you animate it, see your future self. See the version of yourself that has already completed this 25 years in the future, 50 years in the future. They're going to be conveying to you the next step of what you need to do to actualize this most authentic version. What you are seeing, this is your truth. You are seeing yourself. You are seeing who you need to be. We'll do this breath work. Try to maintain both the vision as you do the breath work, bringing yourself into this and pulling the vision into you as you are stepping into it at the same time consciously. I invite you to do a mudra. I've been doing this mudra. You can also do this mudra. You can do this mudra. As we do the breath work, imagine the flames, imagine and feel it. More try to feel it. Pull all of this energy and this vision into your heart. Feel all this energy tapping at your heart, tapping at your truths, until something is then unveiled. So we are now getting into the breath work, pulling all of this into our heart. 3, 2. Last one. Now breathe out fully. Now all of this vision is filling within you. Now meet with yourself in between worlds. And let this be unveiled to you. Now breathe in and solidify and condense these energies. Condense the vision and feel it to be real. For this vision is real. Feel this vision inside of you. It is ever flourishing. Your heart is feeding this vision. And as you condense and solidify this energy, now hold it. Hold it, for you don't need to release. Well, detach from the vision, knowing that it has already manifested. And as you detach, you've solidified it. you now know who you are. You now know who you're meant to be and what you are meant to embrace. And that is the future aspect of yourself showing you the now. We have connected in between worlds. And from this we've gained guidance from our higher self and our true self, as well as our daemon, our futuristic self. So, with that, I give you guys that. So I'm actually just gonna read chat to see who's here, and then also see what's up. And then we're gonna get into a small collective reading that we also, or a collective reading. So let's see. There's been a lot expressed. Ashe Mentor, the magical magician. Thank you for also helping me with, or telling me about the sound. And then, so hey, what's up, magical? So glad to see you, brother. Thank you. Hey, glad to see you. We got Alexis222 in the house. Hey, what's up, Alexis? And then vibrations increase the download. Art project. Does thoth? Oh, hey, what's up, art? What's up, art project? Hey, I like your name. That's a cool name. It's the art project. Does thoth want to draw Earth and universe be into the Wes Adek matrix, or is that up to us now in this day and time? Does thoth want to draw Earth and universe be into the... Okay, so that one word is determining, like, I don't exactly know what you mean. But thoth, he embraces both sides. You can even see Lucifuge as the infernal avatar of thoth being the record keeper. Thoth is a record keeper, so he doesn't really view things in that dualistic nature. He sees the duality of things, but he himself is the middle path. So yeah, like that one word makes it, can't really exactly see the question. Okay, and then Magical Magician. I was working as a guest service in Dynamo. I actually don't know what Dynamo is. I know isn't there like a magician named Dynamo? And then Super G. Hey, what's up, Super G? What's up, brother? My dream is here as I enter. I know. Welcome all those present. Enjoy the fire of gnosis, the experience of communion, enjoyed in togetherness through the quantum field. Think of comic books. Yeah, I thank you for saying that. Yeah, the superheroes are a representation of someone's daemon. Usually, if you see, like, let's go with shout out to dude, it's been so many years now, but the creator of Marvel, something Lee, right? I don't know why my mind's blanking right now on his name. Oh, Jim Lee? Is it Jim Lee? The fact that I believe he invented Spider-Man or got the idea for it. But if you look at any comic book creator, whatever hero that that they created was usually a representation, an aspect of their own daemon, right? Their own guiding deific force that even was channeling through them to create that great work. And just like Alan Moore, another great comic book artist, he even declared himself at age 44 or 45, he declared himself a magician. And like a true magician, like not just saying, oh, I'm a magician, but that of a ceremonial one. And this was after years of him working with Asmodee. So he worked heavily with Asmodee on a lot of his work. And we know Alan Moore as, he's a very apocalyptic writer. He has, like, all of his things that he did had a lot to do with the deconstruction of reality and the destruction of this false matrix. And he was working with Asmodee, one of the apocalyptic gatekeepers, to presence that infernal energy, to presence that awareness. And as he spread this ideology, this gnosis, this wisdom, he stepped into his own daemon from him creating all of that. He also made V for Vendetta, using the Guy Fawkes mask as well. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. For if thou forget the 5th of November, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was exactly, but that also inspired Anonymous. That inspired a revolution of hackers, of other people that then embraced their daemon. And if you look at a hacker is a true magician, because magic and hacking are actually the same exact thing. Magic is you go and do ritual, you input this code, this algorithm, this ideology, this mindset, and then it creates an effect. Cause, effect. And that's will. You're willing something into the universe. You're programming the universe to serve your will, to serve your matrix. And it's in the same way that hackers do the same thing. They know that if I know the coding, then I can hack I can alter the coding to then serve my purpose, right? And then that inspired a whole bunch of other people, such as even Sam Ismail, the creator of Mr. Robot. This is my favorite film. This is my favorite film. He's a screenwriter, I guess you could say, but he's my favorite director and things of that nature, because Mr. Robot, that's as well another aspect of the daemon, and how someone took it upon themselves to incite a revolution all through their skill and ability of hacking, of coding, and knowing numbers, you could say. Also, to go back to Lee, or the creator of Marvel, if you look at Marvel, it's a whole universe. It's a whole cosmic web where even he created Spider-Woman, or Spider-Woman was an emanation. One of my, this makes so much sense, you guys. One of my favorite comic books in high school, because I was part of actually a comic book club, I was introduced to this comic called Silk. And Silk was literally female Spider-Man. So now when I look back, I kept thinking, I used to always say, because I would have on my altar wall, I would have like Astarte, I had Azazel, I had Lucifer, I had King Paimon, and then I just had Silk. I just had this comic of a black-haired scarlet woman, a woman with Spider-Man being red. She then also wore black. She literally was a scarlet symbolism, imagery. I always used to say, like, who is this? Like, what deity is this? Like, what does this define? Like, what does this represent? Later on, I was brought into awareness of the spider goddess. I was brought into awareness of the spider queen. And this is actually where I started to then see that connection of this web being drawn, the web that connects the all. Someone just so happened to be messaging me as I'm talking about this as well. We're all connected. And actually it was someone that's also connected to Sephiroth's, to the Spider Queen. So that even was a synchronicity from her letting me know that this is valid. Like, yeah, this is truth. And the Spider Queen actually brought about Marvel, because Marvel's a whole universe. There's a whole web interconnecting all of these different comics and all these different dimensions, and because this person created this comic, and because Marvel existed, they were able to hire all of these artists, all of these people that needed to express their daemon, and a whole corporation was founded on you could say, one person embracing their true will that then encompassed all of these other people and their visions and their goals and their true will. Even the fact that Marvel has Anubis, Marvel has the Egyptian pantheon intertwining with the X-Men. It's like, why does Anubis talk to the X-Men, and why is Azazel a part of the X? Or he's like guiding the X-Men in some way, and X-Men Apocalypse, and all of these things intertwine. It was a grand vision of the infernal divine. It was a grand vision that was meant to be created, that was meant to be channeled and brought into this reality by so many people co-creating this vision. You could even say Marvel in that sense is a source. As well, DC Comics is a source. And yes, one person might have emanated this, but if they don't have an ego of I did everything, but they rather understand that I am an emanation that is here to connect other beings, and we are all co-creating as the source, with the source, and we all have our own individual pieces and parts and roles to play. That's what this life is all about. It's like music. There can't be ego in music. Everyone has their different role. Everyone has a different piece of the puzzle. There's the singer. There's the drummer. There's the bassist. And some people might say, oh, but why doesn't the bassist want to be the singer? Because doesn't everyone want the limelight? No. Sometimes someone just wants to play bass, and they're so grateful, such as a bassist I love to watch, the Sleep Token bassist, the bassist for Sleep Token, the band, really good band. Go check them out. The Summoning is a really good song. The bassist just fucking jams out. He's like, him being the bassist is him the star. Right? And you can see the immense gratitude that this bassist has. I'm grateful that I get to be in this amazing band with an amazing singer, an amazing drummer, an amazing guitarist. And now the thing is, without the band, or without the bassist, without the guitar, without the drums, it doesn't sound the same. That is the same with the universe. We all have a cosmic part to play. We are all a part of the spider weaving its web. And we are all our own individuation of source that chose to incarnate and to embrace this role. Whatever role we choose, well, now that's up to you to decide. What is your role? Who are you meant to be? What is your destiny? What is your fate? What do the cards have in store for you? What do they hold? And then as I say that, we got the Wealth and the Emperor card. So yeah, continuing with every square a different story, every entry into your mind a different scene. One topic, your wish fulfilled. It's been there forever. And this is Super G saying this. Your dream, the 3 keys of existence, the 3 doors of humankind. That's like the Magical Magician. This was earlier. That's like a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah. And then I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit on the comments just to keep up to date. We the Three Musketeers. We the Three Musketeers. I like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Egypt and Congo, a thought is a thought. Okay. And then Super G, I was a beautiful woman. I'm still beautiful. Thank you, Egyptian priestess me. I love that. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, and that's where, so that's having respect for the past lives, realizing, like, say sexism or racism. It's like, well, when you've incarnated over and over again, you're like, okay, okay, I was a nigga, okay, I was black, I was white, I was Asian, I was Mexican, you've been so many things. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, for me now I'm black and white. I just chose to be both in this incarnation. And it's like, or like, yeah, men and women, like, you've incarnated as a woman, you've experienced that. Now maybe you're a man. And that's also where the imbalance and balance of the masculine and feminine kind of comes. Like, you can see women that are overly masculine. It's almost like a man just incarnated to then be like, oh, I'm a woman. Oh, wow, I have all these women things I got to deal with, right? For the experience. Because that's why we incarnate, you guys. It's to embrace an experience. It's like, oh, I'm a priestess in this life. It's like, now I'm a king, and it's choosing. We had the choice before incarnating to choose our family, to choose our lineage, to choose our life. And by embracing all of that, this is what has brought us into this life. And you can even see it as a before incarnating, it's like literally Grand Theft Auto. The new Grand Theft Auto, I believe they're at like 7 now, or 6 or something. I remember playing like 5, and oh my gosh, this was such a fun year. This was I believe the year I graduated, or the year before I graduated. Damn, that game's old. Damn. And they've just expanded. They just keep going with that. I remember literally the moment you log into the game, you choose, like, oh, my DNA is this, and I'm black, and I get dreads, and I'm incarnating into this family, into this mom, and this. Yeah, they're telling you. That game is showing you exactly what the simulation is. We live in a soul simulation, a matrix, an illusion, but yet we're still playing the game, because that's what it is. A game. An experience. We're having fun. It's just like I was talking about. I remember the day I literally went to Target. I bought the game. I think I bought it online I had it on my computer, and I also went to Target to get it. And I bought the game, physical copy, right? And that's what incarnation is. It's like we're a soul, and then we get brought into this realm, and then in this realm they're like, okay, well, you need energy to play this game. It's like, okay, well, what energy? It's like, okay, give me this energy, right? And then you're like, okay, $50, right? $50, they give me the game, and then I get to play the game. Paid in energy, now I got the game, and then you put the game in, and then you play. And then you play, and then you incarnate into it, and you're having fun, and it's a simulation, and oh, I get to go do this today, and I get to go do that today. I can go for a drive if I want. I can go get a beautiful, amazing meal. I can go for a date. The same thing with The Sims. I remember playing The Sims when I was like 4, right? And then it's like, and all of this is teaching you life, the game of life, and how to play it. And because that's what it is. It's a game. And then Magical Magician, I was a white guy in my second life. I stole the business from my dad. Damn, son. You be like that. And became powerful and rich. And see, that's the thing. That was an experience. And now who are you now? What are you experiencing? What are you doing? And then alchemy, wealth accumulation, Mars. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Super G. I like that you said alchemy. I never associated alchemy with Mars, but that just, when you said that rang a lot of truth. And then General Mosquito, hey, what's up, brother? Glad to see you, brother. Definitely I'm glad you're here for the past life live stream, because this is for those that have truly felt. You had to feel this live stream today. This is a completely different live stream. And I know, and you said Thelema, I bet. So I feel you, brother. Hey, we got that. We both got that. And then General Mosquito, yes, France declared war on the Templars. We were imprisoned and tortured. That, yes. Wow. See, General Mosquito just gave us a piece to the puzzle. We all have keys, you guys. We all have pieces to the puzzle. That makes sense. I think he just defined, because I felt it was like multiple wars. I felt like 3 different wars had been, this person fought a war, died, fought a war, died, fought a war, died. And that was like his karma. That was like this karma. And when you say that, yes, I can definitely feel a lot of Baphomet energy, Azazel energy, and the Templars. So yes, the Templars, yes, yes. And then Magical Magician says, I am a Templar that was not all the way true. Oh, like you were you not following your true will? Or is that what you meant? Vibration, and then proclaim the 3. I just talked about 3. And then Joe Mosquito said, I feel that. It was about Texas. It was about taxes. Damn, son, we'll get into taxes. I'm going to talk about taxes later on in the stream. The Templars refused to collect taxes on the poor, so the queen got mad. I know that story. Guys, go check out Seth the Alchemist if you guys haven't watched his channel. He has a really good video. That's a brother, you guys. That is a brother I trust and I respect. Shout out to Seth. Thank you for all that you do, brother, truly. I got a reading from Seth the Alchemist as well before. Really powerful reading, you guys. I got a lot of gnosis. Like I got a reading, and then I also got a channeled an hour consultation reading with him, and a lot was unveiled. Go check out his video on Templars. Go check out Seth's video on Templars. I think it's either Templars, Baphomet. I'm getting a ringing in my ears as I'm saying all that as well. Go check out that video, you guys. It's probably a key. There's a key there, definitely. I've seen the video too. It's a good video. It's good. But yeah, he talked about something very similar to that. That's Christ consciousness. Yes. Yeshua, Christ, the energies of Christ, the divine bloodline of Yeshua. The divine bloodline of Yeshua. I also want to say shout out to Maji. Maji got the tea. Her channelings lately have been fire, you guys. Like I show up for her like live. I haven't seen a live stream of hers yet, but I was watching one of her videos, and then I think I was like 40 minutes in, and then as I was watching an older video of hers, because she talks a lot about Yeshua, and a lot of her content is talking to the chosen and the chosen bloodline. A lot like how I talk about the cosmic elite. Where she's a diviner. She's like a cosmic, elite, a channeler. She talks a lot about the Christ bloodline and bringing that forward. So I want to say shout out to Maji Got the Tea as well. Thank you for the channelers that are in the community that are really serving their purpose. Not just, love readings are good, money readings, wealth readings, muggle shit, cool, right? But when you're serving the source, like you're being of service as a diviner, as a reader, that is completely different. Because you're doing it of your own will, like of your choice. Like no one's paying you. Like no one paid me to do this, right? But I'm doing this because I'm serving. I'm serving what? My purpose. I'm serving my purpose. Which this is why I also recommend that you guys serve your own purpose. Follow your path. Divine, channel, lead, rule, create a channel. That's why it's called a YouTube channel, because you're channeling. What are you channeling? Every time someone makes a YouTube channel, they're channeling something. Maybe it's a channel about a dog. Maybe it's a channel about a family. Maybe it's a channel about hikes or nature. Yeah, that's one form of channeling. That person's channeling into what they want to do. But when you're a diviner, when you have a purpose, and your purpose is, when you are living your purpose, all a YouTube channel is a form of outreach to spread your message, to spread awareness. It's not about, algorithm and how many likes am I getting and this and that. No, it's about what is my purpose? What am I serving? What do I need to say? What is my message? Say your message. Say what you feel needs to be said. But yeah, thank you guys for bringing up that Templar stuff. Yeah, and Christ consciousness. And then General Mosquito says, I'm terrified of swimming and being in water over my head to this day. Damn, yeah, witches being drowned, son. Witches being, and that's also past life fears. How we get over past life fears is also conquer your fears. Just go in water. Just start to not like act like you're drowning, but get good at holding your breath. Conquer your fears daily. Conquer your fears every day. Be ruthless. Be vicious with facing your fears. Face a fear every day. At 1%, face your fear every day for a whole year. That's a lot of percentage right there. That's a lot of percentage. And then I'm terrified. Okay, and then Magical Magician. I've seen my own death twice. Facts. And then I think he said facts to something earlier. So Magical Magician. Do you mean in this lifetime, like you've seen visions of you dying already? Or do you mean like you've seen your own death in past lives? Because that's powerful, brother. Because if you've seen, like, because sometimes you're seeing it so that you know, so that you do the work. So you do the work. I forgot what band did this. Was it Slayer? No, not Slayer. Avenged Sevenfold, I think. There's a famous drummer. Guys, I gotta stand for a second. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I've been sitting. Oh, damn, son. I've been sitting this whole time. Okay. Woo! Woo! Okay, so like this drummer from Avenged Sevenfold, right? I think it's Avenged Sevenfold. He knew he was gonna die. He didn't tell people, but he started to show people. Cause out of nowhere, this drummer, again, I just look him up. It's like it's known. I love metal music. I love Swedish death metal used to be my shit, you guys. I love metal, death metal specific. Swedish and Australian death metal it goes hard. Those people are fusing Aboriginal like throat singing with metal music. That's insane, you guys. I love that. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. So but he knew he was gonna die. He like saw it. He saw it, right? Satan energy. Satan probably showed him. So he just out of nowhere, he just starts every day. Fucking every day. He's just going all on his shit. Out of nowhere, the band's like, wait, what? Why are dude, you're 10xing everything. So he builds up the album. He has the whole album, all of his drum parts. He turns it into the label. Dead just next day. Dead. Like, he finished his magnum opus. He's like, this is it. I'm done. And then he didn't kill himself. He just died. Like, he was done. The game was done. Sometimes you can even, I don't recommend this, but there was an author that worked very heavily with Lilith and they wanted to die. And now the thing is, I want to say that if you're someone that wants to die and you're working with the Infernal Divine, at some point, like, they'll give you what you want. But at some point, they'll actually propose to you, hey, you could have a better life. Hey, you can truly have whatever you want. Is this like do you really want to die, or do you want to keep going? Like, you can have a better life. Like, you should go all out. And now a lot of us in the beginning, and wow. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I was someone after high school, I was during high school, very depressed. I was someone that very suicidal. I tried to end my life multiple times. Even to the point that Lucifer, I didn't know what it was. Like, I actually tried to, like, literally, like, take myself out. And then Lucifer, like, I didn't know it was Lucifer in the time. But, like, imagine, like, trying to stab yourself, like literally stab yourself, like, hurt yourself. But then you stop. Like, you stop, and then you're, like, looking at your hand, and you're like, why is my hand not moving? These beings will literally stop you from doing things that could lead to your death. So now, why did I want to do that? Why did I want to do that? For me, to be very real, I had a curse. I had gang stalking spirits that were placed on me, and I didn't know. I was just a child. I was just a purely authentic being that's like, hey, I want to live. I love life. I love hanging out with my friends. I love being with my girlfriend. I love making music. I love playing video games. Like I didn't want to die. But then we're hunted. There's some of us that we are hunted for what we are. There's things that when you can't see what you are, that doesn't mean other things don't. They might see you. They might see your light, and it's because they see your light, they want to dim it. They might send energies your way that then you have to... So for me, it was to eventually I started to realize I had discernment. Oh, there's curses being thrown at me. Now, you could say, like, truly, there were high-ranking magicians that could see me and didn't want me there because that piqued their ego. Like, how is he so powerful? How could he do shit? Now, for me, being like 16, I'm like, you know, I'm like video games and pussy, right? Like, just, I love life. And it's in that way, though, that, yes, this is the witch hunt. The witch hunt never changed. It just went into mental illness. Oh, you're depressed and you're sad and you're anxious and that's the modern form of witch hunts. Is the medical industry, is psychology, is the therapy, because in a sense it's the breaking down of our ideology of who we are at our core. So in this well, first sense, when this happened, the reason why the beings stopped it was because I wasn't meant to die. I didn't want to I didn't want to hurt myself. But then so Lucifer invaded or possessed me to then make sure, like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Wow, he doesn't know. And it's in these moments that they will save us. They will actually show us, like, you're meant to keep going. And I remember getting into demon magic. I was literally, I don't suggest this whatsoever, but I come from a very dark place originally. I was working with the demons to just get really powerful and then just take myself out. And I was like, because I was done with life. I was like, in a sense, like, I've already went through all this suffering. I'm just done. Like, hey, Lucifer, Belial, like I'm gonna elevate as far as I can, and then I'm just done. Now, as I started to elevate and as I started to progress and grow, and I want to say that this is the two different types of people, right? This author that I was talking about that was working with Lilith, they literally said, Lilith, I'm gonna write a book for you, and then I'm just gonna die. Like, just take me out. I'm done after that. Or he said, just take me out. Like, actually, the author said, just take me out. And then she's like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that. Write a book for me, and I'll give you what you want. Write a book for me, and I'll give you what you want. Like, I'll give you the way out. So he literally writes the book for Lilith, and Lilith, he got money, he got fame, his life got better. But now the thing is, he still made the choice to to leave. He didn't want to be here anymore. Gone. See ya, you know? Like, he left. And that's, so for me, I wanted to leave. I came to all of these beings to become powerful, to then leave, like, just to go. A true Satanist, right? Because Satans look forward to their death day, but in the way that you need to accumulate power before you die, or else you're just consumed. Then I got to the point where, like, I amassed so much power, I was probably almost to the abyss in the Cliffoth. I was almost to the abyss. And then literally just went away. I didn't feel like I wanted to die. Yeah, I was still going through immense suffering. I was still going through immense pain. I still have this human life. But then the demons, the daemons, Satan, Azazel, Lucifer, whatever you might call them, they gave me the tools to combat my reality. That when you go into this victim, when you go into the darkness with a victim mindset that I wanna die, and I'm depressed, and I'm sad, and that's illusions. You're not depressed. You're not sad. You don't want to die. Life gets better. And yeah, sure, life will throw pebbles at you. And then maybe it'll throw a huge fucking boulder your way. It's to show you how strong you are. It's to show you what you can overcome, what you can achieve, who you can become, as well who you're meant to be. So it's in that same way that anybody that, if you're going through depression, if you're going through these things, work on it. Go within yourself and actually ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why is this here? What is this showing me? And as you do that, it'll undo. It's like a knot. It's actually a psychic knot. It's actually a psychic knot. That feeling is a psychic knot. It's in your nervous system. And then as you do the work, it gets, oh wow, went away. Oh, I don't feel that way. And it was just because I felt weak. I felt pathetic. I felt useless. But then as I stepped into power and I started to understand power and myself as a being, like, you are a powerful being. Why would you want to do this? Why would you want to harm yourself? Why do you want to leave? You chose to incarnate. Play the game. Have fun. And something that Satan heavily impresses on me is that it's just a game. It's like, relax, laugh, haha. It's like, you died, haha. You died and you'll die again and you'll come back. And if you finish the game, then you don't have to come back. But if you want to come back, you'll come back again. And yeah, you've been through breakups, you've been through suffering, you might have broken your arm. You'll go through pain. That's what this life is about. It's about going through pain. But it's what you make of that pain that will determine who you will become. Isn't that not why we are alchemists? To transmute that pain, to transmute that suffering, that as we're placed under this immense pressure, it forges the diamond that we are. Isn't that how Christ, the Christ consciousness, isn't that how Yeshua became Yeshua? From his suffering? To the point that he even chose to, I don't recommend this, like, he even had his flaws, there's things he did wrong, but he transmuted everyone's suffering. He literally, in a sense, died for everyone. So if a being can go through immense, and I can understand why so many people respect Yeshua. Because if this being will literally say, I will carry the souls of all of the world on my back. I will carry their burdens. I will carry their suffering. And, I will die for them. And through me, they will go to the source. Through I will lead them to the source. That's why he was so powerful. Because he went through the suffering. He died. And that's what made his message so powerful. And the same with Tupac. The El Cristo Negro energies. That, what did people see in Tupac? It was just so different that I watch interviews like on this topic, and it's like people literally said Tupac was Jesus. They said that is the Christ. That it's like as if Christ reincarnated and was reborn. And not many people would say that. Like who would actually be willing to admit that to a person? It's like, bro, you are like Jesus. Like you, the way that you care about people, the way you defend us, the way that you elevate us, you motivate it. Like, dude, like you are, right? And it's these redeemers that choose to incarnate and go through this suffering. You guys, witches, incarnated witches, we chose to go through that suffering to make us into the strong individuals that we are now. And that's why we go through that. That's why, that's programmed. We literally, as we incarnated, we're like, I want to go through that. For me, like, I had a near death at 18. I died at 18. And that's the completion year, 18, 1, 8, 9, completion. And it's, was it painful? Yes. Yes. Was it traumatizing? Yes. Yes. Do I glorify it? No. I don't recommend it for anybody. But that suffering, that trauma, that loathing, that feeling like I couldn't, like I just didn't know what reality was. I didn't know what life was. That's what led me to resurrect myself. That's what led me to actually want to evolve and grow stronger, was because I was smited. And that's the journey for all of us, is that yes, you'll be beaten down over and over and over again. But what makes a true man or woman, what makes a true being is your versatility, is your ability to stand up after you've been knocked out over and over and over again, that you still stand back up and you keep moving forward. You still keep embracing the journey. That is what a magician is. Someone who was the fool, but yet chose to embrace the path to become the magician. We're not all going to know everything, you guys. And that's what a true philosopher can admit. I know nothing. And the more nothing I know, the more I know. Because I'm willing to admit I know nothing. And I'm willing to release that. I'm still learning. We are all still learning. The fool, the magician, there's no difference. My friends, there's no difference. They are one and the same. The fool is the magician. The fool is the magician. The magician is the fully actualized fool. Just as the fool is the lesser magician, and there's no difference. They are the same, because the fool doesn't realize that they are creating their reality. They fall, whoops, I just happen to be here in this moment and this time. Kind of like Homer Simpson. He's a fool, but even though when he's a fool, it's like, oh, like he did this mistake. And then it's like, because of this mistake, Mr. Burns, like something happened to Mr. Burns, and now Mr. Burns has to evaluate. But maybe Mr. Burns is evil. So it's actually good that the fool messed up here so that it would destroy the evil plan. So sometimes by just being the fool, you're actually doing the right thing because you're the fool. And because sometimes the magician overthinks. The magician so the fool can sometimes be more in flow, synchronicity, harmony than the magician. But it's in the same way that the magician is the master of the fool state. That they don't know, that it's almost like when you're naive about not knowing magic, you're more magical. But then also when you know magic, you're more magical. So it's that the fool is, or the magician is the enlightened fool in that sense. And then, geez, those who aren't on the path will never understand. Oh, most definitely, General Mosquito. Most definitely, brother. And then I do have to close this up soon, you guys, just letting you know. But I will be here just to, hey, feel free to ask some questions, you guys, as I am live. I would like to, help anybody out that wants to just learn about past lives, the occult, reincarnation, or just life. And then General Mosquito, thank you so much, Atanu. That was mind-blowing. Hey, glad I could do that. Glad I could be here for you, brother. Mind expanding. We expanding minds today. And then Melik Taku, hey, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Let me feel. I'm feeling good. I feel that there's been a really good flow lately. Like, just last night was the solstice. And I was actually going to do this live stream last night talking about past lives. But then out of nowhere, and I even had it all set up. Everything was there. But then I was like I just not fell asleep, but I just went into trance. I just went into meditation all pretty much for a lot of the night, like a good 6 hours, not sleeping, but just being aware and taking in the downloads. But yeah, last night was solstice, and today I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like everything is just manifesting. Everything is working out. And a lot of it was faith in the beginning. Like these past few months, definitely faith-based. And now I'm fully articulating the journey where I've been just taking action every day. and I wake up and I've been working on my metal band's album. I've been working on my music, like rapping and stuff like that. I've been writing a few books as well as just filming content, and I've just felt really good. Like, I actually want to say, for once in life, I feel relieved. I feel like things are fully flowing for myself, and so yeah, I feel good. Thank you for asking. Hey, thank you for asking that, Melktaku. Thank you. How have you been doing, brother? How have you been? That's beautiful. And then we got Numerology 369. Grateful every time you go live, bro. Heart. Oh, thank you. Hey, glad to see you, Numerology. Thank you for always you're always reminding me to like keep embracing numbers. Like, just stay on the path of numerology. And then 369, very synchronistic. Very synchronistic. And then Alexis22 said present. General Mosquito says here. Stan Lee. Okay, yeah. Bliss. Greetings, King. Royalty. Hey, what's up, Empress Ma'at? We got the Empress in the building. We got Ma'at here. Thank you for being here, Ma'at. Thank you for being here. Ma'at, if you were to give us some wisdom from Ma'at, from yourself, what would you want to say? Like, what would you wish to tell the collective? And thank you for, hey, greetings, Empress. Greetings, Queen. Again, thank you for being here. It's always good to have the goddess. It's always good to have the goddesses. And then General Mosquito says, geez, never thought of it that way. I don't know what you're saying that to, but glad I could help. And then Empress Ma'at says mermaid. Like mermaid energy? I feel that's Astarte energy, most definitely. And then Marzako says, hi, Atanu. Mayhem is definitely a good black metal and Behemoth. Oh, thank you. Okay, Mayhem. I gotta look into Mayhem. And then Behemoth. Oh, thanks on that, brother. Hey, that's what's up. I guess what is a band I could Make Them Suffer is a really good band. That's a Australian death metal. And then Alexis222 says, I don't know for sure, but have had synchronicities about different past lives and have a idea. Also, Hecate was motioned to me as someone that can help. My synchronicities are very powerful and clear. Motioned to me as someone that can help. Oh, yes. Okay, so Hecate definitely can help you with past lives. That is actually, other than Thoth, Hecate is my main past life energy, past life goddess. That's actually when I do past life regression sessions or readings. Hecate is usually the deity that steps forward, unless another one steps forward to like take the spot. Like, oh, I incarnated with them. I'd like to do it. Like maybe it's Astarte sometimes, or even Santa Muerta sometimes. But yeah, Hecate, that is the main energy that I do. I've had my past life regressions with, and I've also had past the past few times that I've been brought into a past life in a session or just drumming. Hecate is the one that is always present and showing me a lot of these imageries. I'll even get into that maybe in just a few minutes. But yeah, very powerful energy when it comes to past lives and being an intermediary, because she is also an intermediary of the dead. She is magic itself. So the energies of magic, the source, sorcery, are always trying to show us our truths. I remember, even though there's times where it's like, I try to go into meditation and I'm like, I want to do this. And then Hecate is like, no, look at this. Look at this. Like, you need to look at this. And then I'd literally be brought into whatever it is she was trying to show me. And then literally, like right now I'm getting a ringing in my ears as I'm saying that. So something Hecate wants me to bring forward is like in one of my lifetimes, I remember there's this heavy, it was like I don't exact, might have been Egypt, it might have been another, like maybe Roman, but I remember seeing all these steps, maybe Aztec even, but I remember seeing all these steps, and then it was like burning down or something. There's just immense fire everywhere, and then there's like all these people communing in the center, and then we're doing like, I guess it was like a big ritual or something, and there was like sacrifice. Like there actually in this past life there was sacrifice. I wasn't the one doing it, but that was like a part of it. And us as reincarnated witches, we are the ones that have went through these trials. We are the ones that have the sacred gnosis in which we've gathered through our lifetimes. And that's what we are conveying or bringing forward in this lifetime to not only express, but to view, to go into these lifetimes and excavate them. And it's like, why did that happen? What was I going through? What was in that lifetime? And then to bring forward that gnosis. This is why a lot of people, you could say Egyptologists, astrologers, these people that feel so called to teach about these ancient sciences, about these ancient crafts, about these ancient societies. Usually as well, they're the ones that are the reincarnated like priest or a king, bringing forward, bringing back that emanation and those energies. So even now, like a lot of us are powerful beings that why we're being shown these things, such as you might be working a normal job and then out of nowhere in the middle of your work, you're like being brought to a past life and you're like, whoa, what is happening? I gotta check this dude out. I gotta like scan his clothes. I gotta help someone find something. And then it's like, you're going through these, and that's the initiation. That is the initiation of the Egyptian mystery school, that we are being overseen. This process is being conducted by ascended masters, by deities, by your spirit guides, by Hecate, and all these different beings. And we, just like when we go to bed, a lot of us, we get downloads, or even in life, I'm very lucid in reality, since my near-death specifically. So I'm always downloading like dream downloads, because life feels like a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Life feels like a dream, very lucid. So yeah, we're gaining these downloads, whether it be in sleep or whether it be in meditation or just living life, that then we're trying to uncover and piece together the different pieces of this puzzle. We could even say our mind, because something that was conveyed to me with a friend in a channeling session. First it was Astarte or Isis, then led into goddess Kali Ma in this channeling session. Then we were led to Medusa, and then they were different beings started to appear, like different ascended masters, different reincarnated witches, and they were all showing us that our mind is a maze. Our mind is a maze. It's a puzzle. And that's actually why you incarnate, is to understand the puzzle, your puzzle. Because there's so many different fragments and pieces, and you might not actually understand your puzzle this lifetime. You might actually need to reincarnate again. But also, the more that you go to different areas, geographical locations, the more that you embrace these skills, these abilities, the more you meditate, the more you go within yourself, it's going to be that is actually bringing you back into these data sets of who you are, of who you were. And then it's about the more that you discover and find yourself through going within, you're going to understand the initiatory process. You're going to understand the next phase of the journey. And that's where you're putting together, oh, okay, I was this in a past life. Oh, okay, I was this in a past life. And then you're trying to converge and bridge everything. What's coming to my mind is Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, it's like you're Damon or Desmond, and then you're going into what's known as an animus. What is an animus? An animus, animus is the feminine wait, anima or animus? I believe the animus is the feminine aspect of the mind. So, or the subconscious, but the feminine. So in Assassin's Creed, Desmond goes into this simulation that he's going into his own DNA. So it's as he goes into his DNA, he's able to live the life of Ezio Auditore. He's able to live the life of Connor. He's able to live the life who Ezio was Italy. Connor is a, I believe like he lives in Canada, but he's a Native American, right? And throughout the different games, you're playing different characters, but you are always remaining the same character, Desmond. And now it's in that same way that's how the soul functions. You were your soul in your past life. You were your soul in this life. And now you've incarnated as the soul that you are into this one. And you are gaining the information, the soul knowledge that you left behind in your past lives. You're collecting all of this information to then go about seeing the puzzle and what you need to do now. What is your fate? What is your destiny? What are you doing now to create or expand upon that reality of the life you once lived? For who you are now is, you could say, an expansion off the life you once lived, just like who you are now is the expansion off of your younger self. Keep moving forward with the puzzle pieces. You're being shown something. You're being guided somewhere. It's about merely understanding where you're being led. And that is all through knowing thyself. And then John Mosquito put the fire. And then Alex, hey, what's up, Alex? Hey. Alex put Salim, feeling the fruits of the labor. Not sure if you're new, Alex, but what is I believe you're new, but glad to see you here, brother. Hey, what's up? Also, how's your day been? But that's good. Hey, feeling the fruits of the labor, that's definitely when you know that you've put in the work, and now and even now, the end of the year being a symbolism of the harvest. We just went through the harvest season. Now we are reaping the seeds in which we've sown. And we're entering into a new year to now plant, right now, today, we're planting seeds. We're sowing new seeds for heading into 2024. And as I said that, there's now dogs barking. So Hecate approves that message. And as we are sowing these new seeds, it's about continuing this journey now into this next new year, where we are going to reap the benefits of everything that we did this year going into that next year, becoming who we are. So first, before planting new seeds, right now is a good time to evaluate your mental soil. What is the soil in which you are planting these seeds in? Is it prosperous? Do you have positive ideology? Do you have negative ideology? How do you feel? And as you feel good, as you take inspired action, and as you do the right things, you take the right steps, and you plant these seeds, it will as well be next year around this time. We will be doing the same thing. We'll be reaping the seeds in which we've sown, the seeds of the harvest. That what you do now will also echo on for eternity. And you will look back next year, you guys, and you will see all the things that you did, who you became. And that's what's so beautiful about every year, even reflecting on, look back this year, you guys. Look what you were able to do, what you achieved. Commend yourself. Like, wow, you made it. Like, you made it, you guys. We made it. And this year is probably the hardest for a lot of you. And next year is where we are reaping the seeds in which we've sown. It's an 8-year as well as a dragon year. So shout out to my dragons. We're going to be very prosperous and flourishing next year. We're growing and becoming our true self. So And then, yeah, giving. And then Empress Mott says, giving thanks. Glad to be here. Great live. Oh, I appreciate that, Mott. Oh, giving thanks. Just giving thanks. I appreciate you, Goddess, as well. So, with that, you guys, we have this last reading. And this is actually a reading for you guys that I kept until the end. Because I know that certain people were meant to see this. So this is also, I will have an Instagram post on the same reading. I've waited to talk about these energies, but let us begin. As I was talking about, wait one second, you guys. This was in a certain way. Okay, so this is literally how the cards fell. This is exactly how the cards fell. So first we have the Thelema card. And Thelema actually popped up earlier in the stream. People were talking about it. So you are the reincarnated Egyptian initiates and destiny of magic. That even, look at Aleister Crowley, yes, despite your ideologies of Crowley and what you thought of him, and yes, he stole everything from Egypt, ooh, like people have this negative connotation and things, not looking at, what if Crowley was a reincarnated ancient Egyptian priest that then he reincarnated into Crowley to then, as a white male, to then be able to go into the secret societies and then pull from their knowledge and then give it to everybody. That's what Crowley, in a sense, did. Yes, he had his own, he was a fucking, he loved to fuck, he was the beast, he was the Antichrist, he was traumatized, he was heavily traumatized, right? We are the ones that are picking up off of not Crowley's work, but look at where Crowley was going with it. He channeled Thelema. He channeled this Aeon. He stole from the elites, and then he brought forward the ancient Egyptian knowledge. If anything, because this is an ancient symbol. This is an ancient symbol. He didn't create this. It's about now going back into the past of what we are to uncover our truths, to know our magic, to know that we have reincarnated. And now it's about applying this wisdom. It's about applying this magic to this lifetime. Because, yes, maybe you were more powerful in a past life, or you had more magic, or magic felt more real. But that's why you're in this lifetime, to make it more real, to spread the awareness of magic, to spread the awareness of deities, and most importantly, yourself, to spread the knowledge in which you feel needs to be said. What is on your soul at the moment that you feel needs to be said? Why did you incarnate? Why did you come here? What is your true will? Just as Crowley's was to pioneer Thelema, pioneer the Thoth tarot deck, you can be whatever you choose to be. But in the same sense, you have a script. There's a script. There's something you need to follow. There's something you need to do. What is coming to your mind? Are you a writer? Are you a occultist? Are you a magician? Are you a witch? Are you a shaman? Are you a priestess? Are you a king? There's many different roles within the kingdom, within the empire of Source. Now, when you understand your role in all of this cosmic game, and this web that is being weaved, what is your interlocking mechanism? What is your interweaving part? Who are you within this game? And then, one moment, you guys. Wow, that is weird. I like put the cards down for a second and they like disappeared. 1 second, guys. Oh, sorry. There's a few cards here. Okay, so from that, you are now determined, or the next card is Ace of Swords. So what are your skills that you have incarnated with? So you know that you have a fate, you know that you have a destiny, you know that you have a true will. After this whole live stream, I believe it's been 2 hours, you learned of past lives, you learned that you're reincarnated, you learned you're from Egypt or Sumerian times or Aztec, Mayan. What were the skills that you cultivated for yourself? What did you learn? What are you as well here to embrace? With this is also the card of Azazel, Lord Azazel. For some of you, a lot of you actually, if you feel resonated with this, Azazel is showing you past lives. He's showing you your skills and your abilities, and he's there to help you to remember who you are. That's why for those of you that, if he's been poking out to you, it's because he wants to remind you of something. There's something you need to fulfill, something you need to do. A lot of you are meant for music. A lot of you are musicians. A lot of you are singers, writers, artists, warriors. It is now time to embrace these skills in which you've incarnated with, to embrace these abilities. And that will lead you to this victory in this life. You're analyzing, you're trying to understand yourself. And the more that you do, the more that you take action, this is what will lead you to a victory within yourself. Because all of this, again, is a game. It's not about knowing everything outside of yourself. It's about going within to know who you are and why you're playing this game. There's even I believe it's a new show, or it's a show on Netflix. Out of nowhere, someone was talking to me. My friend's girlfriend, out of nowhere, just said, "Hey, O'Shea, you know that show that's like Squid Game? Like she was like that one game where like everyone's against each other and they gotta like do this." And I was like, "Squid Games?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, but not that one. Like this, there's this new show, and everyone's in there like this cubicle, and everyone's in a box, and you have to like look at other people in the box, and you gotta help each other understand that you're all in a box." That's what reincarnation is like. We're all in this reincarnation simulation. We're all in like a box experiencing our own realities. And that's why if you notice some people, it's like they're so intertwined in their own head, they can't even get out of like their self. They can't see that they're playing a game, that they're in a box almost. And when we can understand that we're in these holographic reincarnation chambers, like we're in this matrix, then we can understand it. Now, why I said that is because it was out of nowhere. This person came to me and started telling me this. She's not someone that is aware of the occult, but when she was saying that out of nowhere, it's like she was telling me like, hey, like in a sense, what I felt is, hey, O'Shea, remember you're in a simulation. That's what I kept like feeling from the interaction. Okay, so, oh wow. Okay, so by embracing your skills, and as well, the energies of Azazel, it's bringing you into love. So a lot of you guys, why I tell you to make a channel, is because for me, if I didn't make this channel, I wouldn't have networked with so many amazing people. I wouldn't have met so many amazing people. I wouldn't have gotten to express myself. I wouldn't have met lovers or different people that I feel connected to. And Lucifer was the one that got me to start my channel. And with this card, this is why you guys should start your channel. as a form or an act of self-love, to express yourself and get yourself out there. Because as you love yourself and you work on your skills and you speak your message, just like I magnetized you guys are here today watching this, it's only because I built. If I didn't build, they wouldn't have came. So it's just like that biblical reference, build it, Noah, build the ark, build it and they will come, right? So in that same way, build your channel and you will magnetize to yourself through expressing your skills, through talking about the things that you want to talk about, the things that you love, the things you feel need to be said. Then you'll magnetize from you loving yourself and embracing this. You'll then magnetize that love. You guys literally, like, there's people that met like literally about a year ago, even a year and a half ago is when I started doing live streams. People would meet in the live stream. 2 to 3 of them literally got married, and 2 of them so 3 marriages, like literally people that are so like divinely connected, occurred, and then 2 people started dating, and I haven't heard from them, but the last time that I talked to this person, they were telling me about like how well it was doing. And if I didn't make my channel, maybe they wouldn't have found each other. So it's from me embracing my path as Atanu, as Eros, right? The love energies. I am a deity of love. I'm a deity of passion, of magic. And if I didn't create my channel and build my temple, the lovers wouldn't have maybe wouldn't have found each other. So this is why I'm saying build your temple, build your channel, because this will magnetize to you as well, your lover. This is how we find our tribe. Like attracts like. Frequency and vibrations are always magnetizing to each other. So if you choose to build this channel and embrace your skills, or even just walking your path, you will be brought together with this lover. And then it was in reverse. So we even talked about the Fool earlier as well, the symbolism and archetype coming up. So now it's time to be as the Fool. It's to understand that, yeah, you're magically powerful, that, yeah, you've went through this journey, you know who you are, and you know all of it's manifesting. You are the magician. You orchestrated it as such. Of course it's working out for you. Of course everything is being divinely aligned and shifted just as it's meant for you to fulfill your destiny, for you to walk the path of your true will. And the more that you embrace yourself as the Fool, this archetype, life will just start to give you these synchronicities, because and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that would happen. It's like you knew it would happen, right? And but now in that same way, as you've mastered the Fool state, it's time to step out of the Fool to now embrace yourself as the magician that you are, having mastered your reality through mastering yourself and as well your skills. And from that, your whole reality was created for yourself, for you to become who you were meant to be. And now I feel influenced. And as we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. So I want to say the Spider Queen is with you guys. I'm getting a heavy, we were all incarnated Egyptian initiates that the Spider Queen even we were all in a temple. This is the vision I'm getting. We were all in a temple, and there were priestesses, diviners, channelers, kings. We were all in a room together, and the spider goddess brought us together to then share our gnosis. And as we shared our gnosis, we were all empowering each other. We were all in a temple, and it was the spider god. Even the spider goddess had a cult dedicated to her. So it's in this way that she, for myself, this is my I don't look at it like lovers, right? Because like it's not a love when you're like when you're dating a deity, right? It's not actual physical love. It's them overarching your soul. It's them making sure that you progress and grow. Sephirons, or the Spider Queen, this is the main goddess that has always been guiding me throughout all of my lifetimes. This is the goddess that when I died myself, she resurrected me. She wants you all to know that you are powerful beings, that you incarnated from that of Egypt, and that even myself being here as a representative and an intermediary, you guys are actually meant to do as well what I'm doing in your own way. That we are all the spider together weaving the web, and we are all a part of this web. Even looking at the symbolism of the internet, because the internet exists, you're here today watching this. Who brought forward the World Wide Web? The Spider Goddess, the Spider Queen. And it is from all of that, everything since the beginning of time has been orchestrated. We can, and because she's a very primal essence as well. But we can even say John Dee and Edward Kelly, when they were channeling the original like Enochian scripts, that's actually what led to the birth of the internet. At some point, the elites were given this wisdom that then they transmuted into technology. Then there's also like they made connections with like different galactic species in exchange for like technology, but specifically those channelings led to the internet. The internet was made to bring us all together as a network, specifically for witches, for shamans, for magicians. We are the ones that overarch this world, even to the point that those of you that are graduating the Cliffoth, that have finished your initiatory system, you're starting to realize that you are an elite, that you are an Illuminati, and that you have global influence, and you are bringing people together through your energy, through your interactions, through these exchanges, that every time you speak, every time you say these words and you emanate these vibrations, it's echoing out into this multiverse, into this universe, creating an effect. That is why you guys are all so powerful, because every time you walk, it's not you just walking. Your guides, your lineage, your legion of spirits are walking with you and are at your command. This is where we are the ones now guiding the transition, the shift into this new earth. So those of you that have felt called to be a forerunner, to speak about your experiences, such as myself here today, there's a reason why you are called. There's a reason why you feel you need to do this. And it's in that same way that when I don't give these messages, I don't feel good. Like if I just keep this to myself and I don't speak, that's actually when I feel like there's like something crawling out of me, like I need to talk, I need to get this out. And it's not because I just want to egotistically, it's because I know that this needs to be said. Everything aligned. I did this has been, I believe, 3 hours. This took time. This took effort. This took channeling. This took mediumship, right? Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. No, but this took energy. It took work for me to do this. What Sephirons, or the Spider Queen, is trying to get out with that is that you have to do the work. That if you don't take the action and you don't walk to where you need to walk to, if you don't go to where you need to go, you're not going to get there. If you're called to Egypt, you will be there. But you must take the flight. You must walk there. If you want to do rituals in Egypt with your soul collective, with your family, then you're going to have to do the work to get you there. What is the work? It is everything we've talked about today. It is everything we talked about as well last stream. You're building yourself up. You're building business. You're building your channel. You're building connections, networking. This is how you travel the world. This is how you go to Egypt. This is how you uncover yourself. You are an elite. You are prosperous. You are abundant. Now it is time for you to go on your journey. Now it is time for you to truly embrace who you are. You will not fully know yourself until you collect the different pieces. You're not going to find all the pieces in your hometown. You are now called for travel. What I'm hearing is a lot of you will be traveling this next year. Some of you to far off places. Some of you to just, the town next to you. But it will be a time for travel for a lot of us, as well as immense prosperity and wealth. We are all connected and we are now networking. So I'm just gonna do one last card just for where are we traveling, or why are we traveling? Or actually I'm feeling a few cards. Valor. You're traveling to know yourself. This is why you're doing all of this. Why you built a business was so that you could make money. Why you built your channel was to network with other people. Maybe because of your channel, you might meet someone that's like, "Hey, I'll fly you out. Hey, I'll pay for your fly," right? You don't know how you'll get to Egypt. You don't know how you will truly walk the path until you get there. But what I'm saying is that by doing, all will be created. By you merely having the vision and walking the path, everything will be unveiled as it is needed. Even today, I am but foretelling, prophesizing someone's journey next year. I had to speak about this so that someone would take that path, so that someone would go to Egypt if they were called. This is why I am here, to initiate, to help you to remember, to help you to see yourself. We are here as fortune. I can't lie about this, you guys. You're going to Egypt. You guys are going to Egypt. I can't lie about this. I literally shuffled. We have the Sphinx right here at the top, you guys. I'm going to end on this card because this just feels good. We have the Sphinx. Everything was leading to this. We have the Sphinx. So you are foretuning. You are foretelling your journey. You are the one, just like right now, I'm foretelling someone's journey, maybe my own. Who knows? But at that same way, we're all connected. So as well, the fortune card. You have a mass fortune coming to you. This fortune isn't exactly physical. Your ancestors and your galactic heritage are now bestowing upon you divine downloads. I'm gonna walk out from here. What? Drop the mic. They're bestowing upon you divine downloads, and it is from now this point moving forward, you will know who you are. There cannot be anything that after today you can't have any doubt. You must create this cosmic bridge using your imagination to get to be the bridge to this new life. You are here and you wish to be here. Right? You are here, you're here, and you wish to be right here. Collapse the wave function with your magic and step into that new reality. That which you see in your mind, the vision, this vision that we talk about every time I go live, it's this vision that's where you're being led, that's what you're solidifying, that at some point through the mirror effect, what you imagine, what you see within your mind can't not be real. Can't not but be real. That, as Bob Proctor said, if I can see it in my mind, I can see it in my hand. If I can see it in my mind, I can see it in my hand. That is the philosopher's stone. That is all alchemy is. Using your mind to create your reality. All is mind and the universe is mental. So you're now walking this cosmic bridge into this new reality that you've created for yourself, you guys. That you've created for yourself, and that's what makes it so beautiful, is that you created it. Is that you saw it. And when it's real, hey, let me know, you guys. When it's real, when it solidifies and manifests, because it is, because if you act, if you pray, if you meditate, if you imagine as if you've already received it and you live within that feeling, that is the journey. That's all it's ever been. Feel and the wish is fulfilled. But if you do not feel, the wish is not fulfilled. You must feel. You must take action. You must imagine. You must visualize. You must have faith. But most importantly, you must know. Know thyself. Know who you are. Know what you're meant to achieve. And with that, you guys, know who you're meant to become. That's the reading. That is from I myself, O'Shea, as well you can call me Atanu, and as well the Egyptian pantheon in totality. This is the Egyptian initiatory system. This is the Egyptian mystery school. The keys are half found physically. Do the work, do the reading. Go read a book on Egypt. Go read a book on Horus, Thoth, Reincarnation. And in that same way, apply and know what this is. From half of it, it's the reading, it's the studying, it's universal laws, metaphysics, the occult, magic, imagination, visualization, frequency, all those things. And then the other half is the initiation, is what's taking place. The physical is the doorway. The initiation is walking through the doorway. If you do not choose to walk through the doorway, then you will not be initiated. You can't move forward. So you must choose to walk through this new gateway. You must choose to walk through this new door into this new reality and to become this version. Other than that, everything I said, if you don't do that, there's no point to anything I just said. This whole 3 hours, there's no point. But if you're someone that chooses to step through the gate, chooses to step through the doors, then all of this was for a reason. All of this was for a purpose. So, we will be ending the stream on a quantum leap, session. So we will be doing breath work into the quantum leap. I'm just gonna read some of what people said. Hey, what's up? Hey, the real black magician. What's up, brother? Hey, glad to see you here. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, got the horns up. That's a brother, you guys. Go check out the real black magician as well. He has beautiful content. He's more on TikTok at the moment. His content hits, you guys. Go check out his TikTok. And then Super G says Lucifer histus solis phosphorus tene tetano. Nah, my bad. I'm gonna say how it should be said. Lucifer histu solis phosphorus tene teintano Lucifer etasi inute Lucifer hete mecum se pultra aesebat Venus viam savitiate tis ostende mihi doce me amare sexus asce voluptas. I believe it's is this Latin? Venus ose cum. Lay with me, teach me the path of love, sex, and pleasure. On this 22nd, this is Super G was saying that. That was Super G. Oh yeah, and it is Venus today. They have love, you guys. They have, wow, a lot of powerful, loving energies. Authority, warmth, wealth of security, dense pillows of wool, velour, and linen. Bank account filled. I like that. Just that skip. Bank account filled. Well filled with prosperous opportunities in each and every corner of the bank. Every path lit well with oil vats besides the lamp. So very prosperous illumination of the path. Find people along the road. I am Raphael, the medicine of God / Gutse, clean. Thank you for that, Super G. Super G is always dropping wisdom. That's my moderator. But he's more than that. But he divinely also got bestowed that position because of the love that he shows the channel, you guys. Super G doesn't have to say everything that he does. He could just be he could just be quiet. He could just be in the silence. But he also wants to evolve you guys. He's showing you guys love in that way. Guys, go hit him up on Instagram, you guys. Go follow Super G. Thank you for all that you do, Super G, as well. He's been here for like literally all the lives, always tuning in, empowering this content and this gnosis. So just like, I got to give it to the brother. Like, thank you for putting in that time, that energy, and that work. It's the same, like, we've been here for 3 hours. He's been putting in work too. So I just want to pay mass respect and homage to Super G for that. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's beautiful. But yes, his IG is, he said, he put it up here earlier, but Young Cheetah the coldest. Young Cheetah, I love the young Cheetah, the coldest. Another powerful magician that also, he has services, you guys. Another mentor. Guys, go check out his stuff as well. So, if anybody has questions, now is the time to ask. Other than that, we are doing the, so ask the question if you guys do have it. We will be closing out on the quantum leap, and then I'll answer the questions, and then we're going to go for the day. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. So let us now we're going to do pulling in all these energies, you guys, pulling in all the energies of the day, pulling them into our heart, embracing the heart as as we embrace this cosmic union with ourself. We fall into, for all nations are one, all men, all beings are one, and we are that one being that is then manifesting through the all to create the connections. The business connections that are meant for you are created through the web that connects us all, the love connections, the network, the friends, all of this is being brought to you through the web that is being weaved as you weave it yourself, as you do the work. So we will do this breath work now. It's going to be a dragon breath, and we are going to do this just once, and we are now pulling in all these energies. Imagine the violet flame cleansing and empowering you. Imagine the golden flame. Imagine the dark matter, or the black flame, dark matter energies. We have the Egyptian pantheon. We have the dragons. We have the source. You are the source. You are the dragons. You are the Egyptian pantheon, as well as you are your ancestors. You are the emissary of your lineage. And this is why you have a legion of spirits that obey you. Work with your legion. Work with your ancestors to plot this new strategy, you know where you need to go. You know where you need to go. Now we are, through this breath work, through this energy we're going through this portal, this doorway, this gateway, and this is our quantum coordinates. This is how we're going where we're meant, through this gateway. Imagine this gateway in front of you. It's a huge, just beautiful gate. You got Anubis on the side of you. You got Astarte on the other side. You got Lord Set behind you. You got Thoth. You got Hecate. They're watching you as you go through this gate. They've been waiting for you to go through this gate. It is now time. You are ready. 3, 2, 1. 40 breaths. Let's go. One last time, and then we're going to breathe out. Last time. We're cultivating all these energies as we're about to go through this warp gate, as we're about to go through this warp tunnel. We're cultivating the energies. Let them solidify within you. Hold these energies present. Now, as we hold it for like a minute. We are in the waiting room of Source. Many know this as like a DMT, the in-between realm. As we now breathe out, now breathe in. Now we're going to condense these energies and fully solidify them. And then as we solidify them, we're just shooting through the warp gate. So solidify them. 3, 2, 1. Now we go through the gate. And I now close this out, for as you've been through the portal, you now know yourself. You are now in the reality that is most suited for you. You are within the feeling of the wish fulfilled. In the wish itself, you are seeing now your dream playing out every day. As you are taking the steps to now, well, you are already in the reality, so merely it's about just taking the steps. You are the creator of your reality. Embrace everything that you are meant to achieve, and know that it is already achieved. For that which is prayed for is already done. Now everything is aligning for you to be that person. Watch as the signs, the synchronicities are unveiled to you. Watch as the network comes, as the love of your life has now manifested. You are in their arms, or they are in yours. The love is there, the network, the wealth, the prosperity, the money, everything is there. It's all been given to you by thine Father. For you and your Father are one. You have now became your Father. You have now became the Father. And now it's about embracing the Source. Knowing you are the Source, now create. Wait. Now create this reality that you are meant to create. Embrace what you're meant to achieve and become who you're meant to be, you guys. With that, have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. For anyone that wants to go about the day, I'm just going to be answering questions. And then General Mosquito says, thank you so much, Utanu, for everything. Hey, thank you, General Mosquito. Hey, bro, you've been showing up. Like, you being here, thank you. Like, not everyone can, like, take this 3-hour download, right? Right? Because this is a download. You guys watching this, it's not like you're paying for a movie. Right? Oh, I watched the movie. Oh, like you're getting all these energies. You're also downloading them too. So thank you for being here. And you contributed. You guys all were a part of this, because that's what it is. It's a ritual. We're all being empowered. I might be the MC, right? Like, but what does it, right? The MC, the rapper, right? I'm the one rapping this, or rather speaking this. But what does MC stand for? What does MC stand for? Master of Ceremonies. This was all a ceremony. So thank you for being a part of this, and I hope that it served you well. Let this be a testament. Yo, if I ain't doing my job, tell the gods. Yo, tell the gods. If I ain't doing my job, let them know. Walk through the gate. Real Black Magician, walk through the gate. High level occultist right here, my boy. Hey, thank you for saying that, Black Magician. The real Black Magician. So, with that, you guys, we've now went through the gate. I will take no more of your time. Other than this, I do want to say that I do have services. So if this was powerful, if you guys have been looking into wanting to get a mentorship, wanting to get consultation, or even just past life regression or reading, till the end of this year, I am having a sale on all of my stuff. I'm doing that for you guys, for the community. So thank you. Thank you guys for all that you do. The Fate and Tarot, Fate and Destiny tarot card readings are at the moment $98 instead of $148. And then as well, consultations are also $78 instead of $111 till the end of the year. And mentorships they're still $555. They will be going up to either $800 or $1,000 this new year, just because of the effort I've been putting in, and that's just like self-love, right? I have to raise my prices. So I do recommend that anyone looking to get a service now till the end of the year would be the best time. Other than that, you guys, I'm a professional. Or what's up, you guys? My name is O'Shea. If you guys are just tuning in, my name is O'Shea. You can also call me Atanu. That's my magical name. And I'm a professional spellcaster. Specifically, I'm a medium and a diviner. Those are my main things. But on top of that, I am an occultist, a shamanic witch, and a ceremonial magician. Someone that has went through the Kabbalistic tree, the Sephiroth, and as well Qliphoth. I'm actually completing my Qliphothic or underworld initiations this past year. Everything that I've been doing on my channel is all to ground those energies of the Qliphoth, of Thamael, and having gone through the underworld. So if you guys if you want to look into my services, either DM me on Instagram, email me at occultcattv@gmail.com, or my store, occultcattv.store. But to get the discounts, just email or DM me, honestly. So and then I see hey, what's up, Chauvin? Hey, glad you could make this live. Made the end again, but sending gratitude and love. Hey, Chauvin, I want to say that if you only saw the end, that's all you needed. That is all you need, because, I mean, go back and watch it if you want, but you're a powerful reincarnated being. And pretty much if you made it to the end, that's all you need. Really, that's all you needed to know. You are a powerful being that is reincarnated, and now it is time to walk your path. So I'm wishing you the best day as well, Siobhan. Thank you for being here. And then General Mosquito said, "This is exactly what I needed." Oh, thank you, General. Hey, that's my general. That's the general. So with that, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. Is there any deities? Actually, is there any deities that want to come forward? Okay, Satan is saying that those of you that he is the energies of Set. So if Satan's calling out to you, and you rather work with Set is the same. They can be considered the same energy. So if you're feeling more of an affinity to Set, work with Set. And then anything else. Set will teach you mastery of magic. He will teach you how to transmute the storms. And he is ready for those that are next up to master themselves. So he will help you to understand the underworld from a very Egyptian perspective, guiding you through it. Set is the one, remember you guys, Set is the one that guides Ra through the underworld. Set was created to guide Ra through the underworld. Ra is not an underworld being. He is the source. Now Set is his protection. So this is why Set, and why so many, when we look at just the word Satan, why it can have a disconnect. Because when you don't understand the function of Satan, why he was created, or Set, it's to guide us through the underworld. So you go to Set to understand the underworld. You go to Satan to understand the underworld, the Qliphoth, and the Hell Realms. A lot of you guys, that is what you needed to know, is that either you're in the underworld or going through it, and that's why we work with these beings, to know, so that we can move forward and gain this gnosis and this awareness. So work with Lord Set for if you're feeling called. Hecate is there for you guys. Continue to work with her. She is guiding you to where you need to be. Thoth is enlightening you with wisdom. Wisdom will create the whole journey. I believe it's, and first there was the word, right? Thoth is that word. He is that deity. He is that first emanation. So go to Thoth for wisdom. And Horus is guiding you from the background. Work with the Eye of Horus. That symbol is protecting and empowering you guys. That is a very powerful symbol as well. And truly, other than that, know that you guys are powerful beings. So with that, you guys have a beautiful night or day, wherever you guys are. Peace, and as well, namaste from I, myself, Ushe, as well, Atanu, here at the temple, from I, myself, and as well these deities and these guides. Also, look forward to, I am publishing a few e-grimoires before the end of the year, at least one grimoire before the end of the year. Look forward to that. I'm also releasing my music today and tomorrow. Look forward to that. And add me on Instagram, you guys. Add me on Instagram, add me on TikTok. All that stuff's going to be down below. And last thing, I also have a Patreon. So if you felt that this content was very powerful, if you felt this gnosis was very empowering, I would like to turn your gaze to the Patreon, which is down below. The 4th tier is a Fate and Destiny Source Alignment and Soul Attunement Ritual. So this actually empowers you with all the energies I talked about today, aligning you with the source. Myself, I've went through the underworld to become aligned in this way, working with the dragons, Hecate, Lucifer, Belial, Azazel, Beelzebub, Satan. So the demonic gatekeepers, the Egyptian pantheon, the Vedic pantheon, and the beings of source. So if you would like to participate in that ritual, that is the 4th tier, the Patreon, at the end of the month. It's a 3-day long ritual that I'm doing. Do that every year. This month, gonna be the most powerful one yet, you guys. Gonna be the most powerful one. And then newly introduced 5th tier, Coven of the Sacred Torch. That's if you just truly you understand what I'm doing and you want to have data sets to guide you through the underworld, hell realms, and the Qliphoth, as well as financial data sets, understanding emotional healing and trauma work, things of this nature. That's the direction it's going to go. Guide those souls that are in the Qliphoth out of the Qliphoth, give them the tools that they need. Just as I was given the tools by Hecate and the different deities. As I say that, the sun's coming out. Sun's coming. That's beautiful. And then tiers 1 and 2, Magic School. Magic School. So with that, you guys, have a beautiful and prosperous day. Join the Patreon if you are feeling called. I also have consultations. So peace. Namaste, you guys. Go do what you love. Go do something for yourself, guys. 3 hours. Go do what you love. Oh, we'll end on silence. We'll just end on silence.